Hey everyone, Tori here with a quick editor's note. After recording episode 3, Erin's audio got corrupted, so we had to switch to using the room audio for her partway through the episode. I did my best making her sound as clean as possible, and she did some re-records where the original was particularly noisy, but just a heads up that Erin's audio quality is going to be variable this episode. But it's only for this episode, so it's going to get much better from here. Thanks so much for sticking with us. Erin, take it away.
Last time on Salvage.
And you hear a call from one of the other balconies.
Hey, do you want supplies?
Who the fuck is this?
Name's Catherine, by the way.
Okay, just because it's explosive doesn't mean it's not tasty, as I say right before I put it in my mouth.
One of those claws from the security agents sticking right out of her back.
Everyone raise your hands. Who smells some bullshit and wants to leave?
Would you like your free SecureSoft trial?
So I guess I'm gonna have to punch a robot to death.
I'm gonna try and shoot at some of the goo that's nearest them.
Fuck you, humans!
As the room explodes,
That was awesome.
an image of a woman. The Holy Motor Corporation welcomes you.
At least we know nothing's come through here recently.
Famous last words.
As you say that,
God damn it.
you feel the gun push up against your backs, and out in front of you steps this 8 9 foot tall woman.
My name's Ollie, what's yours?
Josipha, to help deal with something for us, there's a large SecureSoft control room.
Well, that doesn't sound like a suicide mission at all.
We're expendable.
Mr. Josipha, you got yourself a deal.
All right, going into this session, we didn't end up playing or recording last week, but I did give each of you 20 experience points. What do you guys want to spend it on?
I bought talents, but I don't remember the exact ones because my computer is fucked, so
Oh, well, then rip.
I'll bring it next week.
Okie doke.
I went through all the things and I did
So you're just holding
good
for
reading.
now.
I'm just gonna be the same.
Okay. Dan, tell me about how Gregory has progressed.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. You let me completely respec it because this was originally supposed to be just a one-off, so I made kind of like a quickie burner character that I didn't really care about and had like some longevity problems. So I went back and basically rebuilt him from the ground up, keeping the stuff that I had actually used. So I still have my shotgun. I still have the durable trait, which I think I bought with the experience afterwards. Mm-hmm. But mostly I just went back and spent all my points on attributes. So I now have 4 brawn, 3 agility, and 2s and everything else.
Okay.
But
Good stuff.
still got my shotgun, and the only talents that I have now are durable and rank 1 and 2 and toughened. All my other talents are, for the moment, gone until I rebuy them.
Okay.
Does that include the stuff you spent the 20 XP you have on?
Yes, that's why I spent on the talents. Everything else,
Toughened and durable.
yeah.
Yep. I mean, until the end of this first adventure, I am going to let you guys kind of respec your characters again, because I know this was originally intended as a one-shot, but it looks like it's going to go longer than that, so...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it already has, so...
Yeah, well, a little bit more, yeah. A little longer, just a little smidge.
It's twice exceeded, like, the boundaries of, a one-shot.
3 times maybe if you count this thing as the third.
You're right. All right. We're just not a one-shot anymore.
Right.
A multi-shot, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Tori, tell me about what's going on with Ollie.
Good old Ollie. So with them 20 experience points since last time, I have taken on 3 new talents, one of which is Surgeon. Your character makes a medicine check to heal wounds. Target heals 1 additional wound per rank of Surgeon. I just have 1 rank of Surgeon. I've taken Knack for it in mechanics specifically. So I removed 2. What are the black dice called again, technically?
Setback dice.
Setback. I removed 2 setback from every mechanics check I make. And I've taken a rank in Inventor. So when I make a check to construct new items or modify existing ones, I can use this talent to add a number of boost to the check. And in addition, I can attempt to reconstruct devices that I've heard described, but have not seen and don't have any sort of plans or blueprints for.
All right, wow. That's going to be very fun.
I know, and it's like just perfect for her.
Oh, yeah. All right, and so let's get back into the game a little bit. Mm-hmm. Because I don't have any characters to give experience to. So you guys find yourself, you're around the makeshift camp that Josipha and her hunters have sort of set up. They kind of have like a small fire going, lit by an oil lamp, and looks like they just have some like debris and refuse that they're also kind of lit for a small secondary fire that they have on the floor there. And you're on the same mezzanine, overlooking this large chasm that you guys were at last time. And Josipha and her men are just sort of sitting there, just taking getting their own breath and bearing. And they're getting ready to, it looks like they're talking amongst themselves, getting ready to start taking you towards where the SecureSoft are centered. Is there anything you guys want to do before you head out?
Did we have the opportunity to rest? Because we had pretty significant wounds.
Yes. In fact, they kind of let you, because they set up camp for a while, they have let you actually take a full rest.
Okay.
Any healing you guys need to do?
Do we have to roll for healing?
So for healing wounds, for each full night's rest, you do get to heal 1 wound, regardless of your current state of health. So everyone that took a wound, so everyone but Ollie.
Mostly Greg, really.
Mostly Greg. You do get to heal 1 wound.
1.
1.
How about strain?
You remove all strain with a good night's rest.
Yay.
Oh, shit.
So congrats. Yep.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel right as rain right about now.
Gregory is like,
Greg just sort of like
just
stares.
as shit as he was, minus just a tiny bit. He just looks at you. I look at Greg. I'm 30% better, but
I increased by 1/10.
right.
So not everyone's quite as well rested. So how many wounds does Greg have at this point?
Taken or in total?
How many has he taken?
With how I messed around with Assassin, gave myself that extra point of brawn, I refigured out what I would have taken. Before the rest, I had taken 10 wounds. I'm up to 9 whole wounds taken now, so I'm feeling great.
How many total do you have?
20.
That is absurd.
20 wounds?
I have 20 wounds total.
What the hell?
What does Joe have?
12.
Ollie?
It's fine.
I didn't take any wounds.
I mean,
Well, how many? What's your total?
Yeah.
Oh, 12.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Greg has 20. 20 total.
We'll have to remember that if we need a meat shield.
I mean,
Greg has taken enough to almost kill both of you.
before, if I hadn't adjusted for the amount with the extra brawn, it actually would have been 12. So they would have been enough to knock out both of them.
How do criticals work after a full rest? Is your critical removed?
I think that needs to be like a doctor check.
Oh, okay.
I believe
Right?
it does. You don't have your weapons back except for Joe. Which, good job getting that past me. I didn't notice. Mazel tov.
It's part of the deception of Hobo Joe.
Look, if you can pull it over on the DM too, I mean, I guess that's fair.
I'm still a little unclear on what the rules are via healing someone during a rest, like a full rest. Because if I can help Greg like get a little bit less awful, I would love to.
You're only able to do it once an encounter to heal. But given the rest, I'll count that as a separate encounter for purposes of healing. So you guys do have your hands free during this rest. They've unshackled you. Okay. So you are able to if you want to help Greg, Tori.
And don't we just read the natural rest stuff just to... They have 116 open now. Mm-hmm. Healing wounds. For natural rest, it's for each full night's rest, the character heals 1 wound, regardless of the character's current state of health. At the end of each full week of rest, the character may attempt a resilience check to recover from 1 critical injury. The difficulty is equal to the critical injury's severity rating, which is in the previous page. On a successful check, the character recovers from the critical injury and is no longer affected. On a failed check, the character retains the critical injury, but may still heal 1 wound. A triumph means the character can heal 1 additional critical injury.
Okay, so it hasn't been a week yet.
Yeah, so this is the first day, so I still could just get that 1
the 1
from
HP.
That. Medical care. A character may attempt a medicine check to help a character heal wounds. Each character may only receive 1 medicine check each encounter, and there's only so much good that first aid can do to help a character. Mm-hmm. On a successful check, the target heals a number of wounds equal to the number of successes generated by the medicine roll, and an amount of strain equal to the advantages generated. A character may also attempt to help someone recover from a critical injury by making a medicine check with a difficulty equal to the severity rating of the critical injury. A character may attempt 1 medical check per week per critical injury. And I do believe did we say we could try that critical injury check then, or is that just wounds?
For right now?
1 sec. A character may attempt to heal their own wounds or critical injuries with medicine, but doing this themselves increases the difficulty of the medicine check by 2. In addition, attempting a medicine check without medical equipment of some kind increases the medical check by 1. I'm just saying, right after he got the fearsome wound critical, we did a medical check. I don't remember if that was just to heal wounds or if we were trying to...
Because I only let you pick 1 to do.
Does Ollie have a medical kit?
Is it required?
Kind of.
Well,
you
no,
don't
it just bumps
have
up the
to,
difficulty
but
by
it will
1.
increase the difficulty.
Yeah.
It increases
We
difficulty by 1?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We could attempt to
that's
get
fine.
some from our hosts, our very kind hosts.
I think they're basically said you can sleep here, but we're not going to do much to help you until you helped us first, right?
Yeah.
All right.
One of the things they did tell you while you in the between times was that they will help you make your way down a little bit of the way to the nest.
All right.
All right.
So they're unwilling to give us supplies to deal with ourselves even.
Honestly, I don't think they don't know you, and I don't think they really have that much to spare.
This is true.
That's fair. So just making sure, the wounds you've sustained are like 9, and your threshold is like 20.
My threshold is 20, so that would be difficulty 1, but it would be difficulty 2 without the medicine check. Or if you want to try to heal the critical, which is also 2 for that. But frankly, fearsome wounds isn't really a big deal for Greg right now. So I'm kind of cool if we just go for the wounds right now.
If Hobo Joe assists, does that give a boost die to Ollie?
You absolutely would be able to.
Okay.
What would Joe do?
Oh God.
Well, remind me what Gregory's injuries are necessarily.
Large gashes on his side from the critical, which I would assume still carry over to wounds. I guess burns and bruises from being basically cannoned out of that tunnel when everything exploded.
Oh yeah.
And I think I may have taken a hit from the robot in the fight, or did he miss me?
I think you did. I think you got hit with one of those claw spikes.
Yeah, so several like big gashes and lots of bruising everywhere.
Joe, if you wouldn't mind, could you come over here? Just keep pressure on these nasty looking gashes for me, all right, quick, while I get some new dressings for him.
Yeah, that sounds like something that I could do.
Now, Greg, this might sting a bit.
I'm used to it.
Roll it.
Okay, that is 1 success and 3 advantage. And because
That's just one more wound, right?
Because of my surgeon talent, it's actually 2 wound.
Ooh, very nice.
All right. So
Nice.
healed 2 wounds total.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Only 7 wounds taken now.
Whoa.
Doing great.
Yeah.
Feeling like his old self again.
Well, you might need a bit more rest than that, but it's what I can do for now.
That's
God,
fine.
that's still
Appreciate it.
half. That's more than half of the wounds that the thresholds that
Yeah.
Ollie and I have. That's yeah.
And he still, even with that, still has more health than both of you by 1, I believe. Or
13.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Now are you 3 ready?
It's that laborer.
should we try to heal
Build.
Joe because he still has some?
I mean, Joe has 2 wounds. We could attempt to heal Joe. I mean, Joe's just a little bit crispy from the explosion.
Oh, could I attempt to do that?
Absolutely.
I think it's just 1 check per day per character, right? Wait, it's per encounter for wounds.
Yes.
All right, let me just roll that right quick then.
Now be very careful. Hopefully Joe won't explode.
Yeah, if you were to like critical fail or something,
That would be a good way to end the campaign, though.
it would.
All right, that is 1 success and 3 advantage, so you heal for 2 wound.
Wow. Joe is good as new. As good as the day he
Super
fell from the
fresh.
sky into that pile of whatever the hell he fell into.
Concrete and rebar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
concrete rebar and
Yeah.
rubber.
Yeah. Basically good as new.
All right, so now are you 3 ready?
Sure thing.
All right. So I'll be sending the others back up to the settlement, but I'll be taking you down. I got some separate hunting I have to do down there anyway. And she starts directing you towards a large elevator.
Do we get our weapons back first, or are you just gonna...
I'll give them to you when you get down there.
Okay.
Because I'd love to be, murdered after being surrounded by 3 folks I don't know. Taking them down to enemy territory. It's a great way to die. Love it.
I mean, if we were gonna murder you, we would have done it already, so...
Would we?
I highly doubt that, but
we don't have our weapons.
I mean,
which is why you don't have them yet. Look, I like you 3, especially you, Ollie, and
Aw.
you, Greg. Mm-hmm. You darlings. Joe, don't know you from dirt in a wall, but,
I mean, that's
That
basically my
seems-
backstory, but...
well, that makes sense. I can see that on you. But yeah, still don't know you. Still don't quite trust you. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think it's both ways, hopefully.
I mean, I trust you.
Ollie, you're a peach. But that's really dumb. and she takes you to this large elevator and puts her hand out. It's like, after you 3.
I get on.
do I still have my handcuffs on, or are they?
Oh yeah, you're on handcuffed. I
Alright.
took those off a while ago, Greg. I don't know why you still have them on your wrists. They're not stuck. You
It's
can just shimmy those off.
It's because he can't move, because he's been so badly wounded. He's just in pain.
Oh god.
Oh, you big baby.
All right, so she's gonna get in the elevator with us, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna, make sure. I'm just gonna, look at her when we get in, just like we're not being locked in here, like the side eye, She's coming, right?
No, don't worry. She
Okay.
walks right in. She pulls open a couple pads, and you can see her start like rifling around with some of the wires. And eventually, the elevator lights up, and it starts moving downward.
Did she just steal an
I-
elevator? She hotwired an elevator?
She hotwired an elevator. Yes.
I pay careful attention as she does so.
Oh yeah. She turns to you. She notices. She's like, "Here, these. What you gonna do? You gotta take this red wire up top here, connect it down to this yellow one, this green one, and I mean, you might break something, but gets it working.
Noted.
We all just sort of looked at each other.
Does Ollie like cringe? Is this? Please make this like so technically incorrect that this hurts Ollie.
Oh, Josipha knows very little about machines. Josipha's just been taught how to do this one thing. Don't worry.
I mean, technically that will get it dropping.
But what about that button that's right next to it that says drop?
Like buttons work. Where are you from?
I press the button.
Well, now it's working. And as you do that, the elevator, which is already moving down, it's one of those glass ones where like you've got the back up against the wall, but you can actually see out this like rounded window, and you just see just multiple mezzanines just like yours, just hundreds of them as you just keep descending past them, and you start picking up, as soon as you hit the button, Ollie, you start picking up speed, and the whole elevator, as you start sliding down, it lurches sideways and to the right a little bit, and the whole thing just sort of curves like it's following a curved track down and slotting into another groove. And you
Is it supposed to do that?
Oh yeah, I mean, they gotta go a little horizontal sometimes. That's just how elevators work. It's just logic.
Right.
And it just keeps.
I just squint and look around the elevator at the other people in the group like, huh.
Look, I'm the one that's been living here as long as I have.
Right.
This is how this elevator goes.
I mean, I don't think they had elevators in East Salvage. It was just the landfill and the other landfill.
Well,
but
aren't you spoiled today?
yeah.
And it just keeps rocketing down at this point. Like you can feel the speed of it. And then it just slams to a stop.
And we all die. The end.
Yeah, what's that saying about it's not the
Yeah, it's not the fall that kills
it's not the fall that kills you, it's the sudden stopping.
Well, don't worry, you're not dead.
Oh.
Congrats. In fact, you can actually feel like some sort of force in the elevator actually just, like, gravity is normal for you even as the thing stops. Almost as if some part of the mechanism is kind of keeping the rate you're accelerating at separate from the outside.
All right.
Witchcraft is what you're describing.
Yes.
Like science.
I mean, it's an elevator.
Yes,
It's
black
witchcraft.
science.
I said lack science.
Well, I meant it in like black magic terms, yeah. But yeah, so the door opens up, and you are at a like a large, kind of like those balconies that you were at before. Mm-hmm. It seems to have like a hole set in it for the elevator, and as soon as it stops, it seems kind of rickety for a moment. And Josipha's like, all right, now we're going to have to hop off real quick. So,
Greg hops
scooch,
off.
scooch.
I hop off real quick.
Okay.
Josipha hops off real quick.
Okay, she also hops off. All right.
And I guess Joe just lives there now.
No, I'll hop off. I'll follow.
As Joe hesitates for this moment, the elevator does start descending a little bit.
Okay.
Bye, Joe.
You are still able to hop off.
I
Don't
guess
worry.
I just live here now. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And it just starts falling down the slide next to it.
I guess it had somewhere it had to be.
Elevators for you. See, this is what happens when you don't know what an elevator is. That's just what they do, Joe.
Huh.
They come and go as they please, and we're blessed to be able to ride on them as we
You learn
want.
something every day.
And as that happens, it looks like there's another large escalator going down.
All right.
Really similar to the one that you guys rode on, except it's normal speed this time, and it is not facing the wrong direction. And,
All right.
and she starts like directing you down it.
Yeah, we're being escorted somewhere, so we'll follow.
So, have you had many dealings with SecureSoft, you three?
2?
I generally try to avoid it.
2?
2 for me.
2 for you. All right, that's rather low, Ollie.
Like 2 a day on average so far.
2 a day. Well, that's a little more common. Still a little low, but reasonable. Is out of character. Are you just referring to this day?
I think so.
Or are you referring to all days?
I am referring to Ollie's entire history in the tunnels, which is today.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Josipha just thinks you're like just dealing with SecureSoft like
All day, every day.
all day, every day, all the time. You are an experienced badass, and she's you can see her. She's just trying to compare that to like her experience of you, and her new perception of you, and she's trying to reconcile those two conflicting facts. What about the rest of y'all?
I'd have to take my socks off to count that high. I can't. SecureSoft every day, all the time. You know how it is. Just nods. It's like, yeah.
You, Greg?
A few times a week. Usually try to avoid them.
Well, that's a little more like it. So you're all rather experienced. I don't gotta explain the kind of things you're gonna be seeing down here.
I mean, I'd appreciate a refresher.
All right, Ollie,
You could give us some info on the local population. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, she's got her arms like back on the side of the escalator as it's going down. Like this is full like such a long escalator ride. It is to become elevator conversation almost. And she's like, well, all right, I'll see what I can remember. I tend to deal with other stuff mostly. We all try and avoid the the nesting areas of the SecureSoft that we know. But you know the different types, right?
I mean, there's the big ones and then there's the bigger ones.
Ain't that the truth? Well, you got you got some of the little critters that tends to pop out, and then you got the other agents. Look, I tend to deal with different prey. Like, I'm not the SecureSoft expert of our settlement. Is there anything y'all particularly want to know?
Is there a SecureSoft expert of your settlement?
Well, there was. Died a little while back. Number 2 was Catherine, but she ain't good for nothing, even if she was alive.
So who's number 3? Presumably you?
Well, now that you think about it, that might make me. But I never did study much.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, if SecureSoft ain't your average hunt, what do you hunt?
Flukes mostly.
Flukes.
And a couple ferals down here.
Flukes and ferals.
Do we know what that is?
I would say you would not know, but you can roll to see if you do or do not know.
Ooh, knowledge rolls?
This would be a formidable knowledge roll for all of y'all.
I'll totally make that.
All right, that'll be fine, definitely.
I'm not gonna bother because there's no way Ollie knows this.
Oh, yeah.
I actually succeed with an enormous amount of disadvantages. I have 1 success.
Okay.
No, two successes.
All right.
But 5 disadvantages.
So I know exactly how to play this.
Okay.
So because you succeed, you will glean something from this conversation, but it will not be clear or distinct information.
All right. 5 disadvantages.
They both sound pretty bad.
Okay.
They both sound pretty bad, but you don't know what they are.
Have I maybe think I have encountered these before or anything, or do I have any understanding of what they are?
You probably wouldn't. They're not up towards the tunnels up near you.
I didn't even bother rolling.
Okay.
You might succeed.
You never know.
Maybe you only get 4 disadvantages.
I sincerely doubt that. I have 2 greens in it. I don't think.
I mean, I had 2 success, Dan. And see how much info
All right, I
got?
can roll it, but I'm not counting it even if I succeed. Just give me the
Oh, but
token.
yeah, would you like me to explain? You seem a little confused.
I would love that.
All right, well, I'm mainly hunting for some food for the settlement, but, sometimes you gotta
You know, there are a couple worms. Those fluke worms down there, they ain't great, you know. They can get pretty big, about yay. And she like takes her arm and puts it like half her arm span over, higher than herself, like about this tall.
She's already pretty tall, right?
A worm?
Well, like big naughty masses of them, mostly. They're pretty voracious. And that's not counting the ones, you know, decide to look like something else.
So what's your weapon of choice here? What do you find most effective?
Well, I got this barb caster right here. And you know, you fire a spike into the mass and then, you know, set it off. Zap it a little, goes boom, takes out a chunk of it. Usually takes like 4 or 5 of those. And the ferals, I don't know exactly how to explain that. They can be pretty varied, but like, you'll find out. It's fine.
All right.
Barb caster.
This is a long escalator ride, I mean.
It is an excessively long escalator.
Then we have playing cards.
You're actually about to get to the bottom of it, and you're slowly going under the mezzanine above. And you can see there's something kind of different about this mezzanine. It's kind of brighter. And as you approach it, there are sounds, kind of like the sounds you heard when you were first entering the Holy Motor Corporation, of like voices, sort of just being cast into this large space. And the way the escalator sort of falls under the mezzanine, there's like a large gap. And you can just look up and see. It's almost like there's just chanting, and you can see a large banner unfurl. It looks like parchment, maybe? Would you guys have context on parchment?
I think I would.
Maybe?
We've mentioned paper before.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of... It looks like parchment, and it unfurls. And you can see, like, some kind of language and symbols written on it in red and black that you can't quite understand. It looks kind of... you can't quite make it out. And as you approach, you just hear loud chanting, and the smoke starts wafting down, and you smell like large clouds of like incense. And you can see the people up on the balcony above you are on the mezzanine, are like waving large censers of incense over the gap. And at this point, the shouting just sort of gets louder and louder and louder. And in the space right above the gap, you see like this large screen that they're all sort of looking up at. And it flickers on, and you see the woman from the Holy Motor Corporation advertisement, and they're listening to that. It looks like it actually has subtitles this time.
Do we know what language the subtitles are in?
You don't.
Oh.
That is unfortunate. But again, you hear the same refrain of, "The Holy Motor Corporation welcomes you." And the company logo flashes on the screen, and you can see like just a couple of bars of distortion as the screen freezes on that as they pause it, and the chanting just continues to crescendo.
So the chanting's in a different language?
The chanting's all sorts of languages. I don't think any of you have heard something like this before. And Josipha looks up, and she's like, this ain't gonna be good. Looks like they're starting to burn soon.
What?
Well, all right, I guess you need a little more instruction than I was gonna give. Was planning on giving you this when you get back down, but... And she starts pulling out each of your weapons and handing them back to you.
What does she hand me?
She hands you your pile of rocks.
Are they the same rocks?
They are, in fact, the same rocks.
Oh, good.
She had like a little plastic baggie she had scrounged from the floor of the Holy Motor Corporation, like mall mezzanine that she was on, and she has them tied up in that bag. Like, Here, Joe. Here's your deadly weapon.
I snatch him, like real quick.
Just starts counting them quickly.
Yeah, I look through them, like I flip the rocks over. I'm like, all right.
Well, looks like the level that you're headed to, level where it seems like most of the trouble will probably be at. Well, sometimes it's occupied by the, well, it's silly to call them this, but the Holy Motor Church and Choir. Now, I'm not necessarily a devout believer or anything. Well, besides of elevators. I mean, God bless them.
Naturally.
But, yeah, well, they're plenty nice fellows. Do some nice trading with them. But they're certainly odd. Like, how would you explain? Kind of like, sometimes they have trouble down on these levels here. Well, I mean, these floors. Like I said, ferals, they're these kind of scrawny, crawly kind of things. Can't describe them better than that. Toothy, too. Well, they have some trouble down there, and sometimes when there get to be too many of them, they'll go a-hunting. And, looks like they're starting one of those, so plenty of friendly folks. But like I said, just best not to run afoul of them.
So where we're going is past this?
Oh, well... and as she says this, you actually, you get to the end of the escalator, and you are literally just on the floor beneath the mezzanine that you just passed under. Like, it's still got, there's a very high ceiling between the two, but you are right under that, looking at a pair of large doors. And she's like, look, I gotta go continue my own hunt, but out past there... I'm not good at directions like my sister, but you keep going straight through there, and you'll end up in SecureSoft territory, where they sort of set their roots down. And once you do, well, just hell, even if you just scout out their headquarters a little bit, you're gonna want to have the three of you seen any one of those the big round ones with all the eyes tend to grow out of the walls?
That was the one we saw, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was part of the welcoming committee when we got here.
Oh, yeah. You'll see a large one of those. Gonna have an eye about, this big. She again indicates, like, a full wingspan. You are to detach that and, probably, destroy it if you get the chance. There's a small thing. She hands you actually a small scrap of, like, paper or something. She has a little doodle on. Have you seen... Yeah, you guys have not seen paper.
Have I not?
We mentioned paper before.
I'm sure Hobo Joe has seen paper in the landfills.
Oh, true. True. Yeah, but so she hands you, like... It's like a little piece of, like, cardboard box from some shipping container, and she scrawled on it like some dusted charcoal, like a picture of a component from one of the machines. And she's like, now when you break that, bring us back one of those. That'll let us know it's the one you got.
And what is this?
What's that? Oh, that's a central unit from one of those hive structures that the SecureSoft come from. Come on, you know all about them, don't you, Joe?
And what are you gonna do with one of those?
Oh, we just want to know it's dead, and that's the only one that has one of these. Well, good luck, you three, or good luck, you two and Joe. And she turns.
Can I give finger pistols and one of them is an actual pistol?
She doesn't even notice. And she turns to go up, and then she gets distracted for a sec, like, oh, I forgot one thing for you. She reaches into her pocket. She's wearing, like, unlike the rest of her group, she's the only one, she's wearing a coat over her armor. She reaches into a pocket of it, and she pulls out what looks like a brochure, and she hands it to you. And then she's like, I almost forgot. I'm so bad at this. It's a map of this floor. Now, a lot of things have changed since then, so it's not perfect, but... And you see there's like a little X on it. This'll take you there.
All right.
And you can see the floors, the rooms.
How big is the map?
It is literally a brochure. It is a brochure for the Holy Motor Corporation.
Yeah, like the mall map.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
Would it fit in the little Ziploc baggie that she gave me my rocks in? The little like plastic bag?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we keep the map in the plastic
Rock
baggie?
bag? Sure. Oh, yeah, but it's got like, it has the whole slogan of the Holy Motor Corporation welcomes you. It's got like the history of the Holy Motor Corporation, founded in whatever year, like the whole jam.
Can I see that for a second, actually?
Oh, absolutely.
Before you put it away? And I would like to just read this as we're going along.
Oh, of course. And, well, if you lose that, don't worry. You can actually pull them out of most about any wall around here. She's like, look over there. She points to the two big doors that you see. And there's actually a little slot that, like, yeah, just pull one out and it makes a new one right there. It's fantastic.
Does it really? I'm gonna go over and do it.
Yeah, go do it. Okay. Yeah.
I think we should all have one.
All right, if you want. I mean, it's not like going to have the exact instructions where we pinpointed where the central unit for the SecureSoft is, but if you want to get around, it's only for this floor.
Sure.
So honestly, most of these aren't going to be perfectly accurate.
Right.
So just stay on your toes.
All right.
Does one come out of the wall?
When you pull it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pull it out, and there's none behind it. And then suddenly one just slots down from above.
Ew.
So you just keep doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna see how many come out. How fast do they come?
Pretty fast.
Oh,
Pretty
wow.
immediately. You just keep pulling.
Yeah.
Just more and more and more. You have,
Yeah.
at this point, pulled hundreds of them out. Just in a couple seconds.
And everyone's just sort of standing there staring at it.
That's
And
like,
everyone just feverishly pulls.
oh yeah, don't even think anything of it, Joe. It just keeps on coming.
It's like Christmas.
What's that?
Never mind. Nothing.
All right, I'll take your word for it. It's always annoying when people start using words you don't understand.
Yeah, like flukes and ferals.
Those are two very different things, but I'll leave you to your hunting.
Right.
And she ends up taking a escalator right next to the one you guys just got off of and takes that one down.
Down.
And she turns and she's like, now I've got an elevator to catch.
Oh yeah, it went down. She has to actually catch that specific elevator?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
If you need it to go faster, I can make it do that.
Dear God, please do not.
Suit yourself.
Trust me, I know the pacing on this. It's fine. It's just going to be a brisk jog. It'll be no worries. And she rides off and leaves the three of you alone.
Well, fellas,
Okay.
shall we?
Yeah.
All right. And you're here. Again, the chanting's still above you.
The map that we were given and the maps that I pull out of the wall, are they the same? Minus the markings.
They are the same.
Okay, can I use one of my prized crayons to make the markings on the other map so we all have maps?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so we're
And a
all
couple
going to have a
backup
map.
maps.
Yes.
Yeah, which color crayon do you use?
Oh, well, how many colors do I have? I have 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You got your red,
Uh-huh.
your green,
right.
and you got your blue.
I don't know, I feel like this is a red situation. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
I'm marking down the bad things, yes.
Bad things here and here.
All right, so I guess we just start following the map.
Yeah, so we all have a map. I mark the maps and I distribute them among the members.
So I guess we just venture forward.
All right. So you got a map, you got a door, you are going to do some stuff. How are you all feeling about what you're about to do?
On a scale
what
of
was-
1 to death?
What?
On a scale of 1 to probably going to die?
Yeah, about that.
Severe maiming?
I'm excited.
Tell me about how excited you are, Ollie. That sounds nice.
Just knowing Ollie's life until this point, like, and just her personality, I'm not sure that scale goes up to probably going to die.
Okay, so just her lack of nearly going to die experience. You think she thinks this is going to turn out okay?
I mean, it's all turned out okay so far. I mean, someone died, but like,
Nobody you knew.
Wasn't us, I guess.
like she hasn't even been injured yet. You have to understand, Ollie is young and has lived a somewhat sheltered life at this point,
All right, okay.
and she's excitable and eager and ready to kick some ass, I guess.
Okie doke. How's Joe feeling?
Kick some ass and chew bubblegum, and they don't have bubblegum in this universe, so.
Or at least this level.
She's literally chewing bubblegum right now.
I mean, Hobo Joe has never died even once, so.
Damn!
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah.
And I'm going to guess Greg is just always prepared to die.
Yeah, I think he's just used to like, well, I'm going outside. Might just die today. Okay.
Okay. All right. So on the map, it looks like the first room you guys would be entering into. And as you open the doors, it seems to confirm that. It looks like it is actually some kind of assembly floor for the Holy Motor Corporation. It's where they actually, according to your handy brochure, it looks like this is where they built most of their luxury midsize sedans.
Is it, what kind of like assembly is it? Is it one of those factories, automated factories, or is it more old fashioned than that?
Old fashioned in what way?
Tesla?
Yeah.
No, they don't have tents.
Yeah.
It is an automated factory.
Okay.
The issue is you can see, just given how the architecture of the city has sort of just warped over time, you just see multiple redundant arms and mechanisms just sort of like far too close. Clumps of them built into each other. Some of the arms, their paths are like, they're just kind of smacking into each other repeatedly.
They're moving, though.
They are moving. Some of them are still moving.
Wow.
Well, that don't seem quite efficient.
But yeah, it looks like...
I don't think they're building cars anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if the goal is to make a whole lot of racket, I'd say they're doing their job.
Okay, so Greg just takes one of the pamphlets and just sort of rips it up to make like earplugs.
It's not, I wouldn't say, it's not deafening.
All right.
But it's just, because not much of it is actually operational. But it's just a whole tangled mess of this. It looks like it'll actually take a while to like push your way through. What you do see, though, is at the far end of the room is a SecureSoft spotter. Has it spotted? It does not seem to have spotted you.
How far range-wise are we? Can we just take it out from here?
It's at this is like a long hallway.
So like extreme range then?
It would be extreme range.
Doesn't somebody have a sniper rifle? As I look towards Ollie.
Ollie, do you have a sniper rifle?
No.
Don't you? Oh.
I just got Slugger here.
Is it not is a regular rifle, or is it you have some kind of scope, or
it's a slug rifle. That's why I named it that. It's only good for like medium range.
All right. So we got to get in close.
Is there a way around it, or is it just pick your way through and pray to God that the death machine does not spot you?
Well, here's the thing. It looks like because of some of the mechanisms, you can, if you wanted to, you could have kind of like try and hide from the spotter. It's sort of
spotter,
like,
you mean one of the things with the eyes?
Yeah,
okay.
Small one. Not the large central unit that Josipha described.
All right.
How big was it compared to the one we saw when we first got here?
It's about the same size. It looks kind of like it has a little round bud with all the eyes, but it seems like it's like connected to like some kind of carbuncle like growth to the wall. Same as the first one.
Would Joe know what it takes to destroy one of those? Is that something he might know?
I would roll for that.
All right.
I guess Greg will do that too, just because.
Yeah, go for it.
Knowledge?
That would be knowledge.
How much?
What
difficulty?
I would say difficulty 3, because breaking one of those isn't something someone does every day.
I get an advantage.
Okay.
But no success.
Actually, the exact same thing. Advantage, no success.
Okay.
For me, would this be sort of, since I've not interacted with these before today, would this be sort of what I can ascertain just by like having interacted with them and knowing mechanical stuff, or would I just not be able to roll?
I actually love that. I'll give you that. And in fact, I'll let you roll mechanics on that.
Oh shit, that's much better.
Yes, but I will let you, you will have to take 2 setbacks because you've never you don't have any real experience with it.
Perfect. I have knack for it, mechanics, so I remove those.
Oh, well, fuck. All right. Yeah.
You said it.
I did.
All right. Well, that's a failure and 3 advantage.
Okay. What do you want to use the advantage for, Ollie?
Well, I was thinking we don't know how to destroy it, but maybe we spotted a way through here that would take us like less than its line of sight.
You know what? I'll give you all a boost die. I'll give you 2 boost die to try and avoid it. If you want to stealth past it.
Did you say you'd give 2 of us boost die, or you'd give us 2 boost die?
I will give all of you a boost die for it, unless you want Ollie to have like some other benefit, because she has a lot of advantages.
Yeah, I'd like to figure out, see if I could maybe sort of guesstimate how close I would need to be before it would see me.
Okay, now that I can give you. You're guessing that like while it has all these lenses, it doesn't seem to, just given how you've interacted with it before, it doesn't necessarily seem like it's picking you up entirely based on sight, until you realize that some whatever other means that it would be detecting you, the range is probably going to be around what I would call medium range. So what, about 20 feet, 40 feet out?
I have an idea. Can I interface with this factory at all?
Absolutely. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm not really sure yet, but I'm thinking maybe are there any of those arms that are near the thing? Just from looking.
There are a couple. I don't know if you'd necessarily be able to like reach it.
Is it visible or deducible where it's drawing its power from in the factory?
The spotter?
Yeah.
It seems like it's just attached to a random part of the wall in infrastructure.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like it's just sort of just stuck. It's not like it's clearly drawing energy from it, but it's not like connected to a specific port, or it's almost kind of like it's just grown there somewhat, even though it's not an organic thing.
So let me see if I can interface with some of these machines and control their movement, because that might be able to open us up a path.
Absolutely. In fact, I would give you, if you did that, I'd give that a roll.
All right. Computers?
Yep. How are you going to connect to it?
Presumably there's some kind of interface.
Yeah, there are like a couple control panels near some of the arms.
I have my, whatever the hacking tools are, how are we going to skin that?
How would you like to skin that? It's your hacking tools.
Well, is it a physical device, or is it like Shadowrun style port that you like plug yourself in?
Even if that was a thing, you wouldn't have like, you can have like a deck, but probably you wouldn't have like a brain jacker kind of thing.
So likely I have some kind of device that I can use to hook into things.
Yeah. How would you like to describe that device? What kind of?
Well, the only thing that we figured out about the device is that whatever this computer device that Joe has it's going to be pristine. Like, it's the only thing that Joe has that's like well taken care of, perfectly clean. It's like it's almost new looking, and it's such a stark dichotomy that it's entertaining.
Does it have like a screen, or is it like a keyboard, or?
What would go well with this environment, this setting, this style?
It's up to you. You can just make it as incongruous or fitting in as you want, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have some fun with it.
Calculator.
Oh my God! It's a fucking old graphing
It's
calculator.
an old Game Boy Advanced.
That would make sense, if it was pulled from a scrapyard or something.
It is the fucking Texas Instruments.
TI-84 Plus.
Oh no! It's way past 84 plus. We are well into the 3 digits at least.
Okay.
We're at the end of the 3 digits. You've got the TI
9000.
9000.
9999.
Yeah, you have like it is the equivalent of a.
It doesn't do anything more than the old ones did.
No. It interfaces the same as the old ones.
It's exactly the
including
same.
the shitty games.
Yes.
But it also runs like fucking modern day supercomputer type speeds.
Yes.
I love that because y'all are older than me. You may not know this. By my senior year, like they had phased out the TI 80 something line, and
I know
we
they
were
brought
using
color screen ones.
the backlit color screen ones.
Yeah.
So we got some sort of fancy pants here. Get all colors on the calculator. What is this?
Yeah, you get to play fun games on yours.
This level of opulence.
Somebody had like Pokemon Leaf Green or some shit like that.
On the
How do
calculator.
you buy that for a TI calculator?
You don't. You pirate it and shove it on the calculator where it's supposed to be.
But they managed to emulate
Like Doom.
it.
You put Doom on everything.
That's fantastic.
It was obscene. Anyway,
The underground like software trading scene for the TI-84s in our day was real. So I imagine the newer ones must have some kind of functionality to make that easier. So
Oh yeah.
all right, so I like that. It's probably like so it was a good calculator, we'll say, and maybe it's been modified, we'll say, by Joe
Okay.
in unspecified ways.
That you'll bring up later.
So it's got a couple extra keys and buttons and
I
knobs.
imagine it has some kind of
Just has like a large casino lever on the side.
Dear God, please have a casino lever.
No,
It's a
I mean
typewriter
it's got to have
keys.
some kind of like inputs for you connect wires and stuff, something that a calculator wouldn't normally have. Okay, so we're gonna go with that.
Yes.
So he pulls out
If
like
you're
a,
happy with it, man.
You know what would be really dumb?
Do it.
You know those calculators that print out on the spools? You can press and they go like
Yeah.
and they print out on the receipt.
Oh my God.
That would be so dumb.
You know what? It gives him something for his crayons.
But the paper isn't really like a thing that exists.
True.
But it is for your calculator.
I think you've run out.
we did have infinite brochures.
True.
I would say it would be you. I don't know if you would have an infinite spool of calculator, unfortunately.
Yeah, that might be. It's also probably too bulky.
You know what it is? That is a missing plug-in for the original model of the calculator.
Okay.
You have not collected that piece yet.
Yes.
If you find that spool in the printout app, you're solid.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So we found Joe's overarching quest now.
Yes.
You're trying to find your family. Greg's trying to find home. And Joe?
He's looking for that thermal printer module for his calculator. It's like, I've got all the other pieces.
Okay. All right. So, so you're going to try and hack into the...
Yeah, well, I'm gonna see what I can do. So, what kind of difficulty are we?
We are talking about a difficulty of 3. The Holy Motor Corporation skimped out on their hacking defenses.
Ooh. So that's 3 successes
Oh, damn.
and but 2 net disadvantage.
Is that including the automatic advantage you get from the hacking tools?
No.
Well, then you only got 1 net
Okay.
negative because the hacking tools get you 1 automatic advantage when you make a check.
So 1 disadvantage, 3 success. No, actually 4 success. I'm sorry. 4 net success. Yeah, that's pretty solid.
That is actually pretty solid. So I will give each of you another 2 boost dice for that, for being able to stealth past. Yeah, so you've been able to line up these arms and these mechanisms so that they are clearly blocking the line of sight of this thing.
I think I have enough advantages. I mean successes to. I would like to give the system instructions to move the arms in patterns that look random, but will create a path for us. So that it does not. I don't know what the understanding of the sensor is or its processing capabilities, but I don't want to make it clear that something's being blocked. I think I could perhaps, issue a command so that the arms are in place for us to move from one to the other, but they still move about randomly in between.
Okay. And I think I know what I'm going to do with your disadvantage then. I will hold on to that for the moment.
Okay.
Spooky.
Be worried forever, Steve.
So what are you guys going to do? Are you going to try and sneak past it, I'm guessing?
So I guess I'm gonna explain to the group what I've done.
All right, do it.
I'm gonna say, all right, look, here's what I can do. I can control all these arms. I can control the equipment in here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna issue a command so that we can hop from one machine to the next undercover while they sort of swing around randomly, but it should give us a path all the way across, blocking between us and the sensor. Allow us to sneak through, but not make it look like someone's sneaking through. Give us some cover so we can stealth through.
I dig that. Is our plan to try and sneak past it entirely, or are we sneaking up so we can kill it?
I think we're just gonna sneak right
Yeah,
past
I'm
it.
kind of voting on just bypassing this thing entirely if we can.
All right.
If we don't need to, yeah.
Stealth-like.
I mean,
Damn fine work.
Greg's still wounded here. If we don't need to pick a fight, I don't think we should.
Yeah, damn fine work there, Joe.
All right. All three of y'all, roll me your stealth rolls.
How many?
Difficulty 3 stealth check with 3 boost.
3 boost.
All right. Oh boy.
That was a very dramatic one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's 2 failures and 5 advantage.
Okay.
Well, what do you want to spend that advantage on?
Does that mean the thing automatically sees me, or is that based on a group check?
I'm going to see what the other results are.
All right.
I think it will determine who it sees.
I got 3 success, 2 advantage.
Okay. 3 success, 2 advantage.
I also fail.
Joe is
but
a slippery bastard.
Shit, a lot of fucking advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 advantage, but I did fail it by 1.
Okay. All right. So,
I don't even know what to do with all that advantage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
You could recover strain, but you don't have any.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what happens is the 3 of you, as the arms and the other mechanisms sort of link up and create a path, you scurry bit by bit by bit ahead, sometimes pausing to wait. And once you're within medium range, even though you're not like within line of sight, you hear it start reacting. It's not, you can tell it's not the sound where it starts to like call things in, but you hear it and the lenses start shaking as if something has alerted it. And with that, the failure
So wait, who failed besides me?
Greg did.
It was Greg and Ollie that failed, yeah.
Can I spend my 5 advantage to, when I hear it react, push Greg out of its active radius?
All right. I dig that. So what ends up happening is Ollie, you panic and you push Greg out of the way. And in doing that, you don't really realize that you yourself end up popping into line of sight doing that. And it sees you and it starts raising the alarm.
Well, fizzlesticks.
Most casual response.
For Greg's 6 advantage, because that put him on like a way to easily get like right up to the eye and like in range with a shotgun.
Oh yeah, so you're
So,
like
a good firing position. Maybe get like 1 or 2 boost dice to take the first shot on it.
absolutely. I'd say 2 boost dice.
All right, so that sounds about good to me.
Yeah.
All right, so roll initiative then.
I would say roll initiative, everybody, and you are actually at the exit of the room, like well past.
So I have advantages. Could I use those advantages to say that there's an interface that I can connect to near where I am?
How many advantages do you
I
have?
had 2. 3 success, 2 advantage.
Yeah, that makes sense. That feels like it would make sense. Go for it.
All right.
What do you want to do with that?
I'm going to connect to the interface and control the machines.
Which machine?
I mean, the ones in the room.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. All right. So y'all roll initiative for me.
And 4 successes.
That's 1 success, 1 advantage from Ollie.
All right. 3 success, 1 advantage from the spotter.
Ollie was 1 success, 1 advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Greg was 4 successes.
Oh, 4 success, no advantage?
Yes.
And 1 success, 1 advantage from the others.
That ties with Ollie, so they would just roll off again just to... That ties with Ollie. So
Then Ollie wins.
then Ollie wins?
Yeah. And who goes first?
It's Ollie, other, Greg, Spotter, Joe.
Ollie got 1 success, 1 advantage.
Oh, 1 success?
Yes, it was...
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was 3 successes for you, 4 successes for Greg, 1 success, 1 advantage for Ollie.
And 1 success for the other. All right, so Greg is first, then Spot.
Well, that's just
Yeah,
slots. We can
they're
drive
just
in and out.
Yes, these are slots.
All right. So I'm going to guess that you all want Greg to go first.
I mean, he is in the best position. I think it makes the most narrative sense
Question.
for him to just...
Can I see, did it spawn one of the,
The lights are not. It's not starting to generate them.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but the alarm is going off.
All right. Then yeah, I assume we're all right with Greg going first then. Ollie.
Mm-hmm. And we said we had gotten Greg into short range for a shotgun, right?
Yes.
And a good advantage. So yeah, I guess Greg's just gonna take his turn to like, shoot it, and yeah, I think that just makes no sense. Not really like much else to.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to count you as engaged with it.
Engaged.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
In the sense that you're able to like you're close enough that you can actually reach up, put your gun like right up to it. It seems kind of non-stationary.
All right. Would that just be I forget how engaged usually works for a shooting, because I think it's usually assumed that you're like physically fighting with the thing, so it's hard to shoot.
Yeah, because you're not. I'm just going to give you an advantage to that. So that's 3 boost.
3 boost, 2 purples. For engaged, right?
I believe.
That's what I'm asking. Like, do I?
Oh, no, it's 1. It's 1. It's 1 for shooting for this.
All right.
Yeah, because it still counts as. I'm counting it as short range, but you're able to like clearly line up your shot.
Yes, the right pool. That's 3. So that is 2 successes and 2 advantages.
What do you want to spend those advantages on?
Can I make it focus less on Ollie and more on like the present threat that's Greg right there?
Sure, that's definitely a possibility. Do any of your other effects for like being a shotgun come into play?
Didn't think about that. 1 sec. If I could just get this thing to find.
Ta-da. Well, he looks up. What are the rest of you planning on doing?
Well, how close am I to it?
You are within medium range of it.
All right. I'm planning on getting in some semblance of cover and shooting for it.
Okay.
58.
And it is planning on trying to summon some of those security agents.
Do I need to spend an action to connect to the terminal?
No, that'd be a maneuver.
Okay.
Plug in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a maneuver.
All right.
The action would be the hacking.
Okay.
Shotgun crit 3. He kind of has 1 lower, so the 2 would let me crit it. So I think that's
okay.
That's what I gotta do.
Crit it. You with that crit, you just straight up mark this thing.
Oh, that's good.
Well, like a pinata with a pistol pressed up against it. It's just pop, and like components just start raining down. Like this like thick white like milk like substance just sort of plops out of it along with like some oil and grease.
Ew.
It's very gross.
And I assume a lot of it gets on Greg, and he's not.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like it's surprisingly wet for a computer.
I don't want to do that again. Oh god.
And it's just like all over everywhere around you. It's like you popped a balloon full of liquid and metal shrapnel, and it just pops everywhere. It just goes up and then starts falling down.
So does that mean the spotter is thoroughly destroyed?
The spotter is thoroughly destroyed.
Okay. So does the other thing still exist?
I will say you guys are out of initiative for now.
Okay.
You got lucky and were able to kill it before. But what you do here? Could you roll me some perception, all of you?
Yeah.
Sure thing.
All of y'all?
Yeah.
Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
Does this factory have a cleaning robot? I would love to send the cleaning robot over to Greg right now. I assume there's like a future Roomba.
Am I rolling against anything, or is it just a flat check?
It's just a flat. Or no. It's a 1. It's a 1 you're rolling against because it's easy.
1 success, no advantage.
2 success, 1 threat.
I got 1 success, no advantage.
So, what ends up happening is the rest of you all hear and are able to sort of like scooch out of the way. Ollie, you are still kind of like out in the open when you hear this. You start hearing like loud sounds, kind of like something running, but it's kind of like a metallic kind of like knocking at the same time, coming closer towards you, towards the entrance of the room, and that you have all headed towards.
The exit?
Yeah, the exit. That
Okay.
It's going closer to the one we're headed towards or where we came from.
where you're heading towards.
All right.
So the one I'm at.
Yes. You're able to kind of scoot yourself around the corner so that
Okay.
you're not like right in plain view from it.
All right.
Does it sound like the metal bear scissor dog things?
It does not. Well, it has it sounds like the material might be similar, but it doesn't sound like that same sort of heavy thing. It sounds more like an actual deliberate run.
All right. I guess I'm going to try to hide. Is to see. Because if it's going where we're coming from, we can't.
Yeah. Would you all do me a favor and try and hide for that?
Sure thing.
Tori, you have one setback on that.
What do we roll to hide?
Your
Stealth?
I have a setback
Yeah.
because of the
That's
threat.
solid.
Yep.
All right, what's the difficulty?
What are
Difficulty, I'll put that at 2 this time.
all right.
Oh boy.
1 success, 2 advantage.
Okay. I'm getting the sense that Ollie is not a creature of stealth.
So
Three
I have one
success.
success.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. 3 success.
3 success, 2 threat.
Nice.
Okay. I got
Wait, sorry,
one
scratch
success.
that. That's 4 success, 2 threat.
Okay. I'm
what
gonna
was
use
the-
that threat to have it be that you have been able to hide yourself, but just barely, because you were so out of like right in the way. That you're able to hide, but you've got yourself kind of like you're frozen behind one of the machines in a really awkward position. You might even have to move your arms every once in a while, along with the movement of the mechanical arms.
I love that. That's so good.
To keep yourself hidden.
Have you seen those?
If you try and do anything else, you will be very compromised. So you are stuck doing this awkward
Dance.
shuffle.
This is only partially related, but have you seen those weird Japanese game shows where you have to be in a weird position to fit through the moving wall that comes at you?
Yes, and it's fantastic, and I love it.
Yes.
That is what Tori's doing essentially.
Okay.
That's what Ollie's doing.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I have 1 success, but 5 advantages.
What?
Yeah, I don't
with
even.
that?
Here's what I want to do.
What?
I'm already presumably connected to the terminal because that's
Yeah.
what I would have done. I would like to take control of the nearest arm. What is the nearest arm? I presume there's different arms in the factory, right?
Yeah, it is one. The largest arm would be this heavy duty arm that is holding what looks to be the entire side of an incomplete car and keeps trying to attach it
Oh, that's
to the rest of
perfect.
a car that doesn't exist.
That's exactly what I need. That's just what I need. I'm just gonna set up a nice bowling pitch. Just be ready.
Just ready, and
Just
it is
ready.
within range. I would say that's close enough to that door.
All right.
It wouldn't be high enough to reach the thing above.
Yes.
Where the spotter was, but if that could slam someone in that door right up.
Yeah. I feel
All right. And Greg, you are hidden as well. Did you have any advantages or?
I had was it 2 or 2 advantages and 1 success.
What do you want to do with your advantages?
Can I find a towel?
Unfortunately, no. You are just covered in it.
That's the only thing Greg really wanted right now.
Could you scrape off with a piece of sheet metal? Just use it as a squeegee?
I don't know. I guess just for an actual benefit thing, get in a good firing position on the door.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And as you do, the door sort of you see the door start to raise from the bottom as something is like picking it up and pushing it up and then letting it fall behind them. And you see two humanoid figures. The issue is they look kind of like how the spotters in the security agents you've seen so far, they're constructed kind of like them.
How big was the door they just lifted up?
I would say it would be about like a 15-foot high door.
Like a blast door or something?
Like a blast door, kind of.
So average humans is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Yeah.
These remind me perfectly of just your typical squishy humans.
And they've run in, and they are, again, just to paint the scene to you, Greg is covered in crap, and is just like he is hiding behind one of the pillars in the room, and has it ready to fire. Joe is hiding behind the thing. He is ready to send the prompt to just swing this arm in this door, like right into the arm and half a car right into the people rushing out of this door. And Ollie is having to do this awkward one-legged shuffle dance, like along with the motion of the mechanisms of the room. And you are all hidden.
I think it's time to go bowling.
So as they go in, and are you going to do that?
I'm gonna do it.
Right. As soon as they come in.
Yeah. Like they open the door. The terrible sounds. Something is ripping at a blast door. Like as soon as the door comes up, I want to send that car sliding right under the door.
You hear one of them start to try, like you do it immediately as soon as they come in. You hear one of them try and talk about the like as the door's up, like, damn, did they get in? And before I can develop a voice for them even, you swing half the car right into them. Please roll for that.
What do you want me to roll?
I will let you use that as
computers?
I will let you use computers for that.
Okay, that's
difficulty 2.
Right, do I get any boost die because I had 5 advantage to set it up?
Yes, actually. I'll let you 2 boost for that.
Let's see.
And I'll treat this kind of like an attack on them.
Okay.
And I'll because of the size of the thing, I will let it hit both of them.
I get 1 success, 4 advantage.
1 success. God,
I don't know.
So much advantage.
I mean, I had
Give them strain?
3 successes, so I lost some success.
If you want to put them in a bad position, I'll let you give them setback dice. So you use this thing because it's like half a car length. And you pin the both of them against this blast door that is close behind them.
Okay.
And it just smashes. I was thinking about this. It pins them, and it smashes right into them. And honestly, you kind of bisect both of them.
Kind of?
You do bisect both.
Okay.
Of them. It's hard to tell because they are pinned up against the wall and then their torso's crushed. But
right.
Yeah, and they just the same sort of gunk that came out of the one that Greg popped.
Well, that's interesting.
They're just splattered up against the thing, and you can see one of them just try and reach forward, and then just both of them just plop.
Well, I'll be. You see something new every 5 minutes in this place.
But now that you can see them clearly now that you've just, from what you can see clearly now that you've smushed them. They look like they were vaguely humanoid shaped versions of the security agents.
Oh, this is not good.
And they also spoke
human words
in the language that you know, and they spoke.
Well, so did that other security agent.
They did, but they also spoke in a way that was noticeably less stiff or robotic or Microsoft.
We are going to accidentally murder humans in this game.
I think we might have just accidentally murdered humans.
No, this was not accidental.
No. But from what you can see, they are clearly the same stuff as the SecureSoft.
Right. Can I like peek around the corner? I see that there's just complete
Are these
devastation.
Combine?
What?
Are these fucking Combine?
Combine what?
Half-Life.
Oh, I don't know Half-Life, so mad apologies.
Weird cyborgs sort of taken over by aliens and forcibly jammed full of cybernetics to act as their soldiers.
Oh no, buddy. Like you can see the material. They are still like clearly like the same sort of like white on white kind of weird skeletal paneling that the security agents are made out of. It's all synthetic components that you can see. The only thing about them is that, again, they're sort of vaguely humanoid shaped this time. Again, long distended arms, kind of skeletal seeming, but they did speak. They did sort of react somewhat, again, like a more humanoid form like. But the one thing that is different is where like some of the interior components and some of the seams had kind of like a low reddish glow to them on the other ones. These ones are green. There's like
They're
low
glowing green?
kinda at the seams of them.
All right, so I saw this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So probably.
And by the way, when you kill them, the light does go out.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna shout over to Greg. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, Greg, you ever seen him in human shape?"
Has Greg ever seen them in human shape?
Roll
All right.
knowledge. What were you gonna
Knowledge.
say, Ollie?
Okay. Well, I mean, what am I?
Are they gone?
Knowledge.
No, what's my difficulty?
Y'all, are they dead? Can I get out from behind this thing?
Yeah. Ollie, come here. Check this out. What's the deal with this?
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna approach him and like tap him on
Failed,
the
but
head
one
with my laser
advantage.
pistol.
Failed, but one advantage.
Okay, so you have not seen them before.
All right.
You've heard. Yeah, I really haven't heard anything about it, but you feel like. What do you want to do with that advantage?
Well, I don't know what these specific things are, but do I know if they're like people or not?
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. You don't know what they are. You clearly haven't seen them, haven't had experience with them, but they are you can tell they are clearly SecureSoft.
All right, good.
And so what are you and Ollie up to?
I'm gonna go over to them, pull out my laser pistol, and tap him on the head, and be like, Ollie comes over. I told her, she asked if she'd come out. I'm like, yeah, come check this out. And I'm tapping him on the head. I'm like, what sound does it make when I tap him on the head?
Honestly, kind of just like a not a hull ring, but just like when you tap on like an iMac.
Okay, so kind of like plastic.
Like plastics but like clearly like some fragile-ish metal components inside.
Can I?
So definitely not what you'd expect from a person.
Definitely not personish.
Yes.
And clearly not
Yes,
card-proof.
Can I tell what this substance is that's coming out of them?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It looks like that what they're leaking is some kind of. It looks like it's both some oil, some hydraulics fluid. It looks like some sort of. I don't know that. Could you roll mechanics on that for me?
I sure can. What difficulty?
I would say difficulty 4.
But it's white, right?
That's the one that I may have in a roll to figure out what it is.
Okay. I guess in the meantime, Greg sort of squelches his way out of cover and back to the group.
Yeah.
That's, let's see. That's 2 success and that's it. 2 success.
2 success? All right. Okay, so, damn, 1. So what you know is you've seen something like this before. Not in this quantity, for sure. But it's like maybe you've used it on some repairs. It's like very valuable for where you come from. It's like a white nanite paste. You've seen it in paste form.
I think Greg has definitely now seen it in paste form.
Yeah. Well, then now you are seeing it in like full like where before it was like semi-coagulated. You are seeing like actual like full flowing liquid of it. And it helps aid in like bonding and repair. Sometimes just with sometimes you can apply it to electronics, so it makes some of the connections go a little faster.
Oh, shoot. Can we say with my sort of mechanics kit, like, could there be something in that with that I could like try and fill with some of this stuff?
Here. Why don't we flip a story point? And I'll let you have a tin that is actually suited to contain this. Now it's a real valuable kind of material where you're from, so you don't necessarily have it, but you do have the means of storing it in case you came across it, because it's a choice find.
Hell yeah!
How many story points do you start out with?
One for each of us and one for DM. So we're at 2 for her, 2 for us.
Okay.
Yep. Okie doke. Alright, so you spend a story point on that. And I'll give you about 1 usage of this.
All right.
So does Greg come over to join us observing these things?
Yeah, he squelched his way over while
And
she's
then
making the roll.
I presumably see Greg covered in this filth.
Yes.
Can I offer him? I feel like Hobo Joe has like a series of rags clipped on his jacket somewhere that are just like they're.
It's a sundry item, absolutely.
Yeah, it's part of his hobo aesthetic, and he just unclips a rag and offers a just complete shit rag to Greg. He's like, here, clean
Can
yourself.
I offer you
clean
a
yourself,
rag in
man.
this trying time?
Yeah, clean yourself. And the rag is probably cleaner than you are, but probably.
No one's really sure. Yeah. Greg takes the rag and just like starts off on his pants to see if it's leaving more dirt behind than it is.
Does it? We should roll for it.
What would you roll for that?
I mean, just like a 50-50 thing.
Okay, alright, flip a coin.
We don't have a coin.
We don't have a coin. I was gonna roll 2 of these and whatever we get.
Yeah, sure.
Literally.
Well, success and an advantage. It's a good rag.
It's a good rag. Yes.
You feel a lot cleaner. You feel refreshed. You feel good. You're doing all right. I mean, you're still hurt real bad, and still probably have like awful gunk in like some
Unmentionable places.
Yeah, but it's what happens.
But he doesn't look like he just took a bath in milk. So
Yeah. And they are very dead, the things that you've tapped on.
Okay.
Well, shoot, we're on a roll, boys.
So this paste is it like thick?
It's
like a heavy oil or something?
Like I said, Ollie has only ever seen it in paste form, but this is like proper like viscous liquid. Yeah, wonderful. But yeah, so
how much of
this
it?
is
Like
fresh,
were they like full of it?
Oh yeah, like you get the impression that it seems like it was coating almost all of their components.
Oh, so it's like an immersion cooling system. Like all their circuitry is in an oil bath for dissipation or something.
It's in an oil bath,
Have you ever-
sure, but more importantly, it's in a nanite bath.
But why?
Beats me. Now maybe these things. I mean, I can't make heads or tails of how they operate necessarily, but like, must be some pretty wicked stuff going on under the hood if they need this much of it.
So what are we dealing with here?
I don't know, something wild, that's for sure.
They did not have this in the scrapyards.
Damn.
No.
So, all right. So you're all out of hiding by now, I guess.
yeah, we're all out of hiding. Greg has spent most of his time just desperately trying to clean all the android goo off him from aliens,
Yeah.
which I just pulled up just to like.
Oh yeah, no, totally. It's android milk. I know it. You know it. Let's be
Yep.
real.
So what happens if I put some of this goo on say, one of the computer terminals.
You will have a wet and sticky computer terminal.
It's okay. So nothing. I just want to know if there's nothing that it's gonna do
I mean, you're welcome to try it.
visually.
Unless you know like specifically what you're doing with it, you can't just sort of like rub a computer with it and just go, "Oh, holy machine spirit, please calculate faster."
Well, I don't know.
What you can see is that because it exploded. The one that Greg shot exploded, but you can see that where it was like attached to the wall, you can see like a little bit of that having had like exuded out of it, not even from the shot. And where that is exuded, you can see almost like small. The only word you could really have to describe it is growths that look kind of like
Here's what I want to do.
small miniature versions of the spotter tower.
Wait, it's regrowing? Do we notice this?
It's not regrowing.
Just miniature,
Like small tiny ones, like little mushrooms around a large tree.
Okay.
And it looks like they've been there. They've been developing there out of the like the exuded goo.
So is this like how they grow then? Like just the longer it's there, the bigger it gets, kind of thing, or?
It seems.
How much time do we have? Do we have a minute? Yeah, Ollie's bottling up some, right? I have a minute, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's all kinds of circuitry around here. So let's say I go over to a system. I'm gonna rip open a computer system, right?
Yeah.
All right. Take out my knife. I'm gonna find some circuits, and I'm gonna specifically damage some circuits. I'm gonna cut some traces.
Okay.
Lightly damage some components.
Very light damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go get some of that goo on a stick, and drop the magic nanite goo.
All right. Are you gonna like take some time to like watch this?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna observe for a minute while she's bottling up some.
And while you do that, you see.
And maybe I'll hook my calculator up to the system and see if the thing that I just damaged is functional.
It isn't functional when you hook it up.
Right.
In like little bits by little bits, it sort of just starts like glitchily starting to come.
Very interesting.
Yeah. But only a bit. Like by the time Ollie's done bottling it, you've sat there for maybe like 10 minutes, and it's just slowly starting to.
So Ollie, you know how this stuff works, huh?
Pretty much. I've only seen it in paste form. This, I imagine, is. Well, I don't know if it's more concentrated or less concentrated, but I know with the paste at least, you situate it on something. It'll get fixed, but it's going to take a while.
For context, for the paste, it takes hours to days to fix. Maybe something around that, like what Joe just did.
Oh. So this is like super paste.
This is the good stuff.
Wow. I should definitely eat some of this.
You should definitely not.
No. You should not eat that.
This is what happened to the last two guys that ate some.
That is the incorrect way to become a cyborg.
Yeah. Oh
God.
Wait. Steven,
Yeah.
roll me a compulsion roll.
I guess that'd be discipline opposed?
Yep.
Okay. Actually,
What's he rolling against?
Yeah. What's my difficulty?
3.
3. Ooh.
He really wants to eat that.
Can I lend him a boost
Can I?
Yes.
by telling him not to do it?
Yes.
Yes.
You can assist.
Greg is also going to help him not eat this paste.
How many boosts?
So please, wait, please, in character, please tell me what you say to him.
No, I want to see what his roll is first, then we'll see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I make it, because all the challenge dice here basically failed. So I have 1 success, 1 advantage.
All I tells him no, Greg just sort of like grabs him by the back of the collar and sort of like tries to pull him away from it.
So I'm like, damn, if that's what it does to circuits, what does it do if you eat it? And I just slowly start lifting it up.
The
and
same
Greg's just
damn
like,
thing, Joe. Joe, look at me. Look at me.
Eyes up here, Joe. Just start snapping his fingers.
Eyes down here, Joe.
Wait. There's 2 different directions. I can't send my eyes.
Okay, and while we have him confused, we just take him and start walking out the door.
It's the Lord enter a blast door.
All right.
I think because of you slamming this car into it, you have knocked that loose.
Okay.
And now there's like a small gap in that you can exit out of.
Excellent.
This is good. The whole compulsion to eat random foreign substances that are scientifically interesting is gonna fuck you so bad.
Yes.
To be fair, it's not necessarily like a thing he has to do.
I mean,
It's something we're gonna make him do.
It's
obviously.
a fun negative character trait for sure.
Okay. Do you guys check your map?
Oh, right, we have those.
we have maps. Yeah,
we
yeah.
check our map. Yes, like sensible humans.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it say?
The next room, it looks like
This is just a linear, it's a series of rooms
this
that are
one
all
is
connected.
a series of.
There's not
like for the next 2 rooms, it looks pretty linear.
Okay.
The next room looks to be, from the assembly line, it looks like under your feet towards the door, there's actually like a small conveyor belt of some kind. It looks like it goes under the door.
Yeah.
So with the doors open, like you'd
Right. Yes.
It's not running. But outside, it looks like there is a new model, like the thing on the map says new model showcase.
Oh.
Showcase the latest in Holy Motor Corporation.
Was this a
innovation.
showroom?
It is a showroom of their recently, according to the pamphlet, it is like a whole tourist ass thing where they build the cars. They have their whole little room where they assemble the cars.
Right.
And then it goes out, and then it's right on display in the showroom. Pretty as can be.
So does the showroom have cars in it?
Well,
Or is it just-
you gotta go inside and see.
Remains of... Well, isn't that the next room?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So you head in.
Yeah.
It would be generous to say that there are cars in the showroom. There are bombed out, burnt out husks of vehicles. Some of the showcase pedestals don't even have anything on them. Some of them you can see remains. It looks like there was a fight here.
Damn, I don't know why this Holy Motor Corporation's so high on themselves.
There's a
These
single
cars seem like
burnt out
junk.
Reliant Robin in the background.
It looks like like how car showrooms will have cars up on those 3D those pedestals, right? It looks like they actually the car drives up onto them and they actually raise up from the ground, so they're kind of automated like that. And again, almost all of them are destroyed. On some of the pedestals, on top of some of the cars, you see destroyed bodies of SecureSoft. You see something that looks kind of like it looks like a fight happened there quite a while ago.
Okay.
Not even recent.
But 5 minutes ago, some strange human safeguard did just try to walk through a blast door. SecureSoft, sorry. Did try to walk through a blast door.
Come on, file off those serial numbers, Steve.
So how open is this room? Is it wide open, or is it?
It's pretty wide. You can see that there's a balcony above where people could come in and look. Mm-hmm. According to the brochure, there used to be in the previous room there used to be a small walking path outside of the way of the machinery for tourists.
Okay.
There isn't anymore because the machinery's just built wherever the fuck.
Right.
And this room actually looks like it's still mostly whole, but again, torn up pieces of SecureSoft security agents. Where it looks like there were spotters, they're completely wrecked and torn off. You also see a couple strange burnt bodies almost. You can't really
human or
they look kind of like some of the burnt out cars in SecureSoft, but you can't quite tell.
So does our map say we just have to move right through this space? onto something else?
The next, yes, this one's a straight shot right into a guest shop.
How big is this room? Presumably large.
It is, yeah. It's another pretty long room. It's a lot more open than the other one.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. There are like multiple levels where people can go up and look at like other cars on higher levels.
Yeah.
Like the ones on the show floor are the cars that they just assembled. But then they have plants up to show people their more developed cars.
Like the ones that haven't been on fire, or?
They're, again, even if
They only made cars that were on fire, clearly.
Nope, I mean, that's how you want to interpret the data.
That's what I'm seeing.
I mean, Occam's razor.
But yeah, so one of the things I didn't actually get into is the fact that you see a lot of variety in the type of SecureSoft security agents you see. You see, like, a couple of the humanoid ones that you saw, like, with like, large, claws, but also in large, like, it looks like they, like, you weren't able to notice because Joe crushed them before you could really get a detailed analysis, but it looks like they also have, one of their arms is, like,
You're welcome.
larger than... one of the arms is larger than the others. It looks like it has some sort of, like, built-in weapon that it fires.
Interesting.
Well, I'm glad
It's
we
not
didn't
intact,
have to face
is
down
it?
that.
In addition, you see a couple of you see a couple remains of spotters. You see the remains of the large, like, skeletal dog-like ones that you've seen. You even see a couple remains of not many, but you see at least one remain of, like, the strange spider-like round model that you encountered with Catherine.
Yeah, this is not my kind of showroom.
Yeah, you also see a couple you haven't seen before, like a large. It looks like it's got a somewhat humanoid torso, leg spikes anchoring it in, kind of like the spider-like model. It with a like a large lance type arm. Only one arm for some reason.
So we got
but you
some
don't know if it's
variety.
damaged or
There's
not.
It's like a centaur.
Kind of centaurish.
There's some real diversity among these.
Yeah.
I mean, variety is the spice of life.
You also see one. It looks like it is stuck in through some rebar on the wall, just sort of hanging there. And it definitely looks like you thought it was burnt out at first, but unlike the other SecureSoft models, you see like torn up and shredded everywhere. This one's mostly intact, and instead of the white on white panels, you see kind of like smoky, like it's that same sort of like white milky plastic looking kind of thing. Like, again, like I said, kind of like a old iMac, but this one's like a smoky colored version of that.
Huh.
Like black paneling on black paneling.
Well, I'm sure that means it was weaker than the others.
Yeah,
Definitely.
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it died. Clearly the weakest ones.
Yes.
And that one's strange. It's actually, that one is like I would say kind of humanoid in shape. You can see actually like the only part of it that is that regular SecureSoft material is like a rounded panel that looks like it has like a artificial human-like face on it.
Ugh.
Even though it's got kind of like machinery coming from like the back and sides and arms and stuff. On long spindly legs that don't even have feet, just like pointed stubs.
This is some kind of room of horrors, so we're walking through the remains of some terrifying robots.
And again, like I said, they're these strange, like you'd almost describe them as, if they weren't like completely burnt up, you'd describe them as if they had been, it looks kind of like hair or fur or something, like it's matted down, but it's just slick with like this viscous oil and burnt out.
Yeah, I don't like this.
You see a couple of them like entangled amongst the SecureSoft agents.
I don't know about.
And just destroyed cars everywhere.
Oh yeah, any sign of who the SecureSoft was fighting?
Well, like I said, it looks like this strange
Hairy things?
these strange, like, again, it's not quite hair. It looks like it's
Fur.
not necessarily fur. It's like quills almost.
Oh, okay.
Spines. If you think it's fur at first, but it's actually like weird metal spines that look like they've kind of been burnt over, kind of like black iron almost. That sort of crusty, weird texture that has. And you don't know if they're like... You see them, like... Some of them are kind of like buried into some of the SecureSoft agents, but you can't tell if they're just like...
So I'm not sure if I should be more concerned about the variety of like disabled SecureSofts or the whatever entity kicked their ass so severely here. I'm not sure which one I should be more concerned about, but...
I mean, to be fair, we don't know how many entities had to do the ass kicking.
Right.
I can answer that question, which one we should be more concerned about. And that's neither of them. They're all dead. Let's keep going.
Yeah, don't get too cocky there, Ollie.
Ollie, you are a peach. You are my heart.
Alright. So, I think Greg's gonna go over and try to, like, inspect one of those, black quilled ones.
Okay.
I try to get a better idea what the hell he's dealing with there. Because everything else is obviously SecureSoft.
Okay. In his Ollie, you said you wanted to check out the upstairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Greg and Joe, what do you want to check out?
You said some of them had built-in weapons, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
You fucking would.
I'm gonna go check those out.
That's why they're built in.
Limbs can be removed.
Yeah, that's fine.
but Ollie, as you go upstairs, again, you just see more and more of this. It's like a 3-level room. Like there's the show floor, and then there's the like a set of platforms, like 2 sets of platforms on each side of the room, overlooking this whole show floor. That also is full of cars, and it's also full of the same kind of destruction. I assume all of you are trying to be aware, so you don't run into any more SecureSoft spotters or.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Sure thing.
While you do your searching, could you all roll perception for me?
Yes.
And I'll see what each of you find. I would say, give me against a 3.
Ooh, jeez.
There's so much going on. It's more about finding specific things.
Well, I failed with net no disadvantage, but I do have a triumph.
Oh.
Oh
Well,
wow. Okay.
so you failed
At the perception check, but I do have a triumph.
and you were trying to look at what this thing was.
Yeah, like figure out more about it.
Okay, so I'll say that you fail at figuring out more about it. But I'll hold on to that triumph because you end up noticing something else.
All right.
What'd you get, Joe?
Nothing. No success. No
That's a fail.
advantage. Yeah.
Okay. No disadvantage?
No.
Oh, okay.
Everything
All right, so
canceled
that's also a
perfectly.
fail.
Yeah.
And Tori, for Ollie.
3 success, 1 threat.
Oh,
Nice.
Miss Fancy
somebody
Pants over here.
succeeded over
Okay.
here. Well, at least somebody will see their murder coming.
Let's do Greg first. Greg, you go over to one of the quilt bodies. This one's up again. It's on one of the raised pedestals. It's kind of like collapsed there. You can see like what may have been limbs, sort of like splayed out across the steps of the platform. And again, it looks like it was badly burned. And the quills, they're not. How would you put it? They're not necessarily. The texture of them's strange. They're not necessarily quills, but they're not necessarily hair, but they're not necessarily metal. Like they move and wave almost as if they were hair, but you can also tell that like if you touched it, like it would cut you like that. And I'm going to switch to Joe real quick.
All right.
Because, Joe, you go over to try and look at some of the weapons that seem to be built into some of the SecureSoft units. And you can't really find any seams that would make sense to break any of them off or what they'd really do. Some of them seem to shoot those same claw spikes that the spider unit kind of had. But some of them seem like, I don't know, as far as your expertise says, maybe they're kind of like projected energy weapons of some kind.
Do they remind me vaguely of my laser pistol?
It kind of reminds you vaguely of your laser pistol, but you can't find any way of, like, breaking any of them off that wouldn't, like, you know, remove any vital energy source or...
Right.
And Ollie, upstairs, you start scoping things out. I'm going to tie your successes, Ollie, in with Greg's triumph.
All right.
Hit me.
Greg, you don't notice it down near you, but you do notice it because you hear something. And you look up towards Ollie because you hear sort of moving around the higher platforms. And what you end up seeing is what you were just looking at. Except it's not burnt out. Like, it seems kind of like brownish and blackish in color. You see it behind Ollie. She hasn't even noticed it yet. And I'm going to let you use your triumph to call out to her and let her notice it.
Ollie, you might want to move, like, 10 seconds ago.
The same breath as you noticing the one near Ollie, you notice one out of the corner of your eye. One near you and one near Joe. Yeah, and roll for initiative.
Hey y'all, it's Aaron, your GM, and this is our first mid-roll, which is where we're going to be doing little announcements, check-ins, and shout-outs and stuff like that. It is also perfect for if you ever need to take a little intermission, especially on longer episodes like this one. Anyway, all of this is still pretty new to us, so it's all very watch this space for now. But thanks for tagging along with us on this third episode of ours. It's our first one released after launch, so thanks for sticking with us. As you heard from Tori earlier, we had some technical difficulties this episode. We tried to keep as much of the recovered audio as we could to stay in the spirit of the game, as it happened at the table, but I did have to re-record a large chunk of audio for this ep. Anyway, again, if you like what you hear, please leave a review, comment, or send us a message at SalvageCast on Twitter. We've been working on this for a while now, and any amount of support helps us out so much, especially as we're just starting out here. Anyway, I just took up enough of your time. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
Cool.
Yay! Considering it's triumph, could I get a boost die on the initiative?
I will let you get a boost die on that.
Hey, what do you get when you get a triumph on initiative?
You know what? Ollie, you get a triumph too.
Or a boost dice?
A boost die?
Yeah, a triumph would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
1 success and 3 advantage.
1 success and 3 advantage.
1 success, 1 advantage. As per usual.
2 success, 3 advantage. 2 success, 3 advantage.
Please be 2 success, 3 advantage.
2 success, 2 advantage.
Ah, damn it, broke the pattern.
Where does a triumph come in?
You go first.
Huh?
Did you roll your boost dice?
How many did I
I
get?
will let you go first in this round, and then you'll also get one that's just 1 advantage and 1 success, both in this round, and you go first in this round.
All right.
Yeah, and then you get the rest for every other round, just for the heck of it. That's a split-second decision call, and I will look that up later in the rules legality. But for now, that's what happens.
Who is... There's three separate SecureSofts that are at least moving, right?
Quill bear things.
Oh, not the SecureSofts.
That's the quill guys, right?
Yeah, they're kind of like spindly and scrawny and kind of like entirely covered with this. Again, it's like hair and quills at the same, like long flowing hair and quills at the same time. It's kind of wavy almost.
So we're fighting emaciated porcupine man.
Yeah.
That's absolutely not what it looks like, but okay.
But no, but that is what we're calling it now.
Are they Scrawny, Crawly, and Toothy?
They are Scrawny, Crawly, and as one of them opens its mouth that you didn't even see it had before, it is rather toothy.
Ferals. Of course.
Yep.
So you can eat these?
It's Joe's first thought. In this kind of scenario. Is this a food?
Joe has lived a hard life.
Joe looks at everything through the lens of can I eat it or can I not eat it?
Yes. Since these initiative slots are exchangeable, who is in most pressing danger amongst
All of
our party?
us.
I mean, presumably they didn't all.
You know what I'll give you? I wasn't going to give you a turn, but because you got that triumph, like you heard Greg yell to Ollie.
Right.
And were able to quickly react to that.
Okay.
Because you don't seem like it, but you're just always ready to snap into action at a moment's notice.
Yes.
So you get to go first.
Okay.
It's his innate murder hobo instincts.
So what is around me? What do I have to work with?
What do you have to work with?
What is this thing? How far away is it?
I would say that it is currently within medium range of you.
Okay.
What is it? Where is it? How it affect me?
Right. It's so porcupine is in medium range.
Yeah.
What is immediately surrounding me?
Again.
Are we in an open area? Is this like littered with remains and burnt cars? What do we have?
It is littered with remains and burnt cars and SecureSoft bodies, and there's plenty of room to take cover. And
okay, are there computer terminals around? I mean, are there some kind of access point where I can connect to?
There are a couple, but, and this is the downside of it, they are mostly display terminals for the different make and models of cars. So you have like display, like a small display control panel built into like a.
I'm okay with
small,
that.
Pedestal.
Because you know what they probably control?
What?
The pedestals that move up
They
and down.
do control the pedestals up and down.
Yes.
In addition to that, they also have a series of switches on them that some of them seem to work and some of them don't. That you've noticed this as you've walked through. That allow you to turn on a holographic display, displaying the cars as they were.
Okay.
Before bad things happened.
Okay. So, how fast is this thing moving towards me?
This thing is, like was creeping towards you. But once once Greg yelled, it's just in the spot where it is starting to pick itself up out of a crouch and barrel towards you.
Okay. How close am I to one of those pedestals?
You were right up to one. You were examining some of the SecureSoft on one of them.
Okay. Can I get over to one of those pedestals and get on it and raise it?
Can you roll for me for that?
Yeah, what do you want me to roll?
I would say maneuver. You'd need to spend a maneuver to
Right, yeah.
And then to an action to hack.
Okay.
Difficulty 3. As you connect your calculator to it.
Do I get any boost die?
No, not for this.
Okay. Out of curiosity, does wireless, is that a thing in this universe?
It is a thing that can be and will be.
Okay.
I think you don't have the stuff for it right now.
I get also a triumph.
We're bloody getting a lot of those all of a sudden.
I have a triumph, 2 successes, but 2, I guess those are despairs. They're not disadvantages.
Threats?
Threats, I'm sorry. Not despairs.
And you get rid of one of them.
Despairs would be bad, yeah.
You can get rid of one of them because, again, you're hacking, so you get the automatic advantage from your
Okay,
hacking
so
stuff.
I have a triumph, 2 success, and 1 threat, which is not
a hacking tool, yeah.
not bad. I'm pleased with that.
Triumph, 2 successes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you absolutely raise this thing up. What do you want to use your triumph for? Because if you don't got it, I got an idea for you.
What are you thinking? I'm thinking, like, can I have control of all of the pedestals?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What were you thinking?
Do you wanna like catch the thing in a bad way with the pedestal as it goes up?
That's an idea. That's a good idea. That's probably a better idea.
That depends on whether
It's
on what you're
what
playing.
you want. If you have control
in
of
the
all of them,
future.
that could be.
That's it. How about this? How about I set it up so I can control the pedestal, and I'm on the pedestal, and I wait for it to move towards me before I move myself up. So it's like starting to climb onto the thing, and I move it up and flip it over.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
it is prone.
Yeah.
It's flipped.
Right.
And you are now up. How high do you want it to go? It turns out this thing can actually go very, very high.
I would like it to go so that I am within, let's say I'll put it up like 20 feet or something. That should put me within short range for shooting, but, safely out of its grabby range, presumably. Does that sound reasonable?
How high did you say?
Like 20 feet?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd say that might bring you up to just a little bit below the level that Ollie's at.
Okay.
But you're on the opposite side of the room from her.
Yeah, all right.
The other thing is, when you get control of all of the pedestal systems, what you don't get control of is one of the pedestals.
Okay.
The one right at the end of the showroom, away from how you entered it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it being like one on each side, staggered kind of the way that the rest are,
Yeah.
it is an extra large pedestal.
Okay.
It is, instead of being, you can tell that it's lowered, in fact, down past the floor.
Oh,
with
great.
The door covering it.
Oh. This is where the special things rise out of the floor. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that'll be
But
fine.
yeah, but you're not able to. Actually, it doesn't seem like any other hacker did it, or any other recent control has. It looks like it is security locked by a separate system from the original Holy Motor Corporation.
That's where they kept their one unburnt car that they made.
Don't worry, we'll burn it eventually.
Yes, of course. All right, so that was my turn.
And now it's time for us all to die.
Yeah, it's their turns. Can I control pedestals as a... How will I do that? Is that going to have to be an action? Can that be a movement, or is that like... now that I have control...
I'll let you do that as an action.
Okay.
Like if it like is actively affecting something.
Okay. Does that have to happen on my turn, or can it be in... I guess it has to. That would make sense.
I think he's asking if it's like, can we spend our maneuvers to get up on there and say it's Joe moving us up, or...
I would let that be done as a maneuver.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless you have to like take an action to like hop onto it or.
Right, I'm saying like just the maneuver of that, like up and down.
Yes,
on our
I will let
turns.
it be that you can use that as within range. I'll let Joe multitask and control it like that.
Okay.
So who goes next in initiative?
It's one and two are same initiative. 2 success, 3 advantage.
And who is that?
1 and 2 are whatever the first 2 rolls you made
I think
were.
it's just the 3 creatures are next,
Yeah,
and then it's
three
me
of
and,
your creatures all go.
Okay.
Basically.
One of the creatures, the creature nearest to you.
Me?
Yes.
The one that
you,
just
Joe.
got flipped over.
Yes.
Okay.
The one that you just flipped over, it picks itself up, and it seems like it actually starts taking its claws and starts trying to climb. Its limbs kind of distend even out further, and you can see that it kind of has like a weird, almost pneumatic kind of extension of its arms, and it extends out and starts climbing its way up,
Okay.
claws through the pedestal, towards you.
Yeah.
Yay.
And as that happens, one of them, the one near Ollie, attacks. Yeah, rip. Ollie's gone. Game over. No,
It's a shame we'll never find out what happened with her brother, but her character's dead now.
wow, okay. I'm gonna roll for the melee for this thing. And it takes a big ol' swipe at you, Ollie. And let's see.
I'm not a fan of that number of dice.
Okay, so it fails pretty soundly.
Oh shit.
Which is a miracle based on the number of
Yeah.
dice.
Yes.
It gets 1 advantage. So what it does, it starts taking a series of like
Looks like
large, wild swipes at you, and you manage to back away. What you didn't notice was that it has also cornered you against the ledge, like you're up against whatever railing is keeping you from falling off onto the show floor.
Oh boy.
And who's next?
It's the rest of the three things go. All three of your
all three
creatures.
things.
Yes.
All right, and then I'll say the one with Greg attacks. Well, it's a bad time to be Greg right now.
It's always a bad time to be Greg.
So it takes one big claw swipe from above to below, and just I would guess because you had your back to it a little bit because you turned and yelled to Ollie, and it just where you were before rakes its claws right down your back just as it was patched up.
To be fair, most of my side's getting patched up.
Come on, it just fixed that.
And it gets a critical injury.
Okay.
You take 8 damage from that.
Oh Jesus.
All right.
How's your soak?
4. So that's
That's
up to 11 now.
You take 4 wounds and a critical injury.
All right.
Because it got a triumph. It crits you, and it knocks you down on your stomach.
All right. Let me just look at the crit table real quick.
Can I move multiple pedestals as one action?
Yes.
Okay.
It's really hard to turn the pages precisely with the bandaged up thumb.
I'll get to the crit table
I got
for
it.
you. Can you give me a crit table roll? We need to get 2 d10s.
And isn't there a thing for like
I have,
R100 or something like
I
that?
didn't bring them. I was silly. I should have brought them, but
Yeah, next time.
I have percentile dice with me if you want.
Yeah, you know what, Corey, just roll it for me because I don't know what that specific
too
command
many
is.
dice to display.
I'm sorry. That's an 86.
Oh.
You do have durable.
Which just cancels out the previous.
Oh, you're right, because you still have yours. Oh, okay. You get compromised.
Well, hold on. Let me see what Tough as Nails is.
If you want to spend the story point.
I feel like
this is an
is a
instance where it's
time.
actually.
Can I read what compromised would have done?
for sure.
Yes, increases all difficulty of all checks by 1 until this critical injury is healed.
Yeah,
Injury. Yes,
That would have been bad.
that's a good word.
that would be bad.
Yeah.
All right. As it stands with the, is it plus 10?
It is plus 10.
And it was 86.
Yeah.
All right, so would have reduced it to 1, so that plus 10 would have made it 11. And I drop whatever is in hand. So I assume that'd be my gun.
That seems like a better.
What would have dropped?
With the plus 10 from the last critical injury, I would have gotten an 11, which makes my critical sudden jolt.
Yeah, but the durable.
Oh yeah, it does. That does cancel
so
it
you
out.
just be back down to minor neck.
All right, just suffer 1 strain then. I forgot.
All right, you suffer 1 strain, and here's the thing: but you still take those wounds, and honestly, it thinks it's kind of won because that is a grievous injury. And it's just like it has its paw
All right, just gonna mark down 2
on
crits.
you.
Oh, it has paws?
You have like big horrible clawed monster paw. Okay, it's got paws.
Aw. So it's
So
furry
cute.
and it has paws. So they're adorable is what? This is the image you're conveying, yeah?
They're super cute.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I flipped the one over on its belly, which was probably like super cuddly.
Yep, exactly. Those ferals,
Yeah.
just so cute. These horrible, skinny, distended monster things.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love them.
Yeah.
Cut it like a cat, and those cat things never hurt you.
Yeah.
As they holding up my thumb to cut.
Covered with multiple
But
band-aids.
yeah, so but like it has its paw pressing down on your back after this. Like it is stepping on you.
All right.
And that is the last one. So who goes next?
It's Greg's turn.
Well, it's
Yeah.
Ollie or mine.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I think let Ollie go first.
Yeah.
All right.
Ollie, you are up.
First thing I do is panic.
Reasonable.
So this thing's got me cornered,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm considered like engaged with it.
You are.
All right, so that would be an easy check for the ranged attack then.
You'd have to add a difficulty die. It would be short range plus a difficulty 2 if you're engaged in melee.
Yeah, so it would be 2.
Gotcha.
And also you're using a ranged heavy, right?
Yes.
You'd also have a disadvantage. Because how close range it is.
A setback?
Yep, a setback. Sorry.
Well, that dice pool is looking okay.
Mighty fine.
All right, I fuck it. I just shoot it.
Do it!
Oh boy, that's some dice.
Good dice or not good dice?
It's some dice. That is nothing.
So a failure then.
Alright, so that's a fail.
Straight up nothing.
Alright, so you fire off a burst of shots, and like it's so close point blank, but it almost like bats the barrel of your rifle kind of like out of the way before the shots go off.
Yeah, I sort of imagine Ollie's already panicked from this, so her aim probably wasn't like the most pinpoint accurate anyway.
Yeah, I think I actually closed my eyes as I did it.
Let out the tiniest, most frightened yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
You got it.
And Greg, what are you doing?
Since talking is a free action, can I just shout from across wherever I am?
Do it, yeah.
I'm like, it has to be louder to work. It has to be.
Yeah, and here's the worst part. All you can see is just like the big thing hulking over just the little bit of Ollie, and then just the bright flash of a couple shots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to punch this thing.
Oh, God damn it.
All right.
Greg, punch the shit out of it.
Also, is this a thing that I can do with my maneuver, like under guarded stance? It says I can like use a maneuver to like add a setback to combat checks made by anyone until the end of my next turn. But at like the beginning of that paragraph, it says when a character is confronted by an angry enemy with a weapon, they may be inclined to defend themselves rather than taking an ineffectual swing at their opponent. Does that mean because I attacked, I can't use guarded stance?
You can use guarded stance.
I've got nowhere to go.
It would add a difficulty die.
It adds a setback.
Oh no, you're right. It adds a setback to your attack. So I'd roll 1 extra setback, and I'm going to see if you have any additional disadvantages. Additional threats.
Oh, that's what it does.
Yep.
Do I want to do that? Get in a melee defense.
It might be worth it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So roll that setback.
That's a threat.
Okay. All right. In that case, you will take an additional strain, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are very scared.
All right.
Yeah.
Spoopy monsters.
Yeah.
So is my pool just the 2 purples and the 4?
To punch?
Yeah. Or is it like?
It's 2 purples and then unless you've got. Do you have any skill in brawl?
I don't have any skill. I just wanted to.
Yeah, it's just
I was just seeing if like him having me pinned would add like a threat, like upgrade the
you're
check
right.
or anything. As well as not seeing.
That would add a disadvantage to that, and you'd have to spend a maneuver to get up.
Which is probably
Or
fine.
unless you're, I guess you're still prone. So
Basically,
yeah, just a disadvantage.
All right, just adding a disadvantage dice to it.
Yeah. What do you want to do with your maneuver?
Well, first I want to hit in the face and try to like loosen it up.
Okay.
Loosen it up.
Well, it's stepping directly on me, so I imagine that if I just try to like and get up, it would probably just press down again. So I imagine like Greg's just like trying to find like.
I'm sure you could just punch some nuts loose. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll just fall apart.
I'm sort of imagining like Greg's just trying to like grab like a metal pipe or something on the floor from all the damage and sort of like wing around and just like sort of whap it up the side of the head.
I mean,
that sounds good.
Like, well, there is metal. This seems to be some somewhat organic creature, so I don't think you can knock some nuts loose.
Okay. Unless.
Don't give me an unless. Don't.
You know where I'm going. Tori knows where I'm going.
Either way, 1 success, 1 advantage.
1 success, 1 advantage? Mm-hmm. What is your damage?
On
What
brawl,
is your damage?
What is your damage?
I forget what the standard brawl damage is. That just brawn plus whatever?
I believe that is just brawn.
All right, then it would be 4 plus the 1 from the.
So 5? Mm-hmm. Okie doke. In the. Oh, what do you want to do with the advantage?
I'm thinking of either giving it strain, because again, thwap upside head with like a metal rod, or just sort of like getting it off me so I can get up easier.
Okay, I'll let you give it a strain.
All right.
Or actually, no, I'll let you use your maneuver to get away.
All right.
Up and away.
So yeah, we'll do that.
You'll still be engaged with it though.
That's fine, but as long as I'm not downed.
Yeah. So you punch it, and it reels back a little bit. It takes, given the silk on the thing, I'd say it takes about 1 damage.
All right, so possibly brawn 4.
And
which actually makes sense. So it's 4 brawn.
yeah, and you're able to get away and get up.
All right.
And who is next?
It's the next. Do we just use the same initiative order?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm half tempted to spend another maneuver to move away, but it would just close the distance immediately, so there's no real point.
Fair enough.
So next it would be another player slot.
So it's just
It's
any player
whoever's.
slot, yeah.
I have a plan though. You say I have the ability to move multiple pedestals. I need to presumably roll a computer's check.
If you're doing it to do something, I would have you roll computer's check to perform the complicated thing.
Okay.
If it's just to do a thing that's really unchallenged, I just let you do it.
I just want to move some pedestals.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
So does that consume my action?
As a maneuver, that's a maneuver.
That's a maneuver.
Yeah.
Okay.
An action's if it like has if you have to roll for it. If it
Okay.
has a chance of failure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can move a couple pedestals, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a pedestal?
What is your intellect?
3.
All right, so I will let you move 3 pedestals.
That's solid. That's all I need. Is there a pedestal near the ledge that Ollie is? Can I lift a pedestal so that she could jump off the ledge onto a pedestal?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that's 1 pedestal I'm going to move. I'm going to lift 1 so that she could jump to it. Is there a second pedestal near where I am that I could, within jumping range?
Yes, they are all like a regular space apart.
Okay.
Spaced apart, so yeah.
Okay. Do I have to move it to get it within jumping range, or can I just jump to it?
I would say it would probably be best to maneuver it to like be a height where your jump arc would land on it.
Okay. So that's probably the second one. Where is this fight with Greg and the creature taking place?
That is actually taking place right near. Joe is on a pedestal where he had been examining I apologize. Greg had been on the pedestal where he's examining like the dead.
But the thing is not on the pedestal?
The thing is partly on the pedestal. Because it had it. I'd say it would be off the pedestal now because you knocked it away.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to move that pedestal. So what I'll do is I'll move the second pedestal to make it within jumping distance for Joe. And then I'll jump to that pedestal. And the first pedestal that I was on that the creature is climbing up the side of, I'm going to slam down as fast as it'll let me do it. That'll be the third pedestal to move. So
one
first
pedestal by
is
Ollie.
Ollie. Lift that up so she can jump to it.
Yeah.
Second pedestal is the one Joe will jump to. So I lift that up within jumping distance. Joe jumps to the second pedestal.
Okay.
All right?
That would have to be an action then.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the pedestal movements are maneuvers.
Yeah.
And the first pedestal that Joe is on that the creature is climbing up now,
Yeah.
is presumably getting close to the top. I'll slam it down back into the ground.
Okay, solid. I'll let you do that.
All right. Do I need to roll to do the jump?
Yes. That would be coordination.
Solid. I got that.
Okay. Yeah, I dig that. Do you say anything while you're jumping?
Yeah. I'm going to say, well, it depends on how it goes.
Fair. Tell me what you start saying as you start jumping, and then we'll see how it turns out.
Okay. So much opportunity. Ooh,
I know.
what is the
I mean,
best?
being told you need to say a line now suddenly makes your brain completely incapable of saying good lines.
What do I want to say is mainly my challenge. Yeah,
That's kind of what I say. Like
Maybe.
I'm told like
no, but jump is too obvious and plain. It's not Hobo Joe enough.
Leap.
take the stage. I don't know.
Spring.
All right, I'm gonna shout out to Ollie.
You're
I'm
in
gonna
the
be like,
big top now.
I'm gonna be like, Ollie, don't forget the yeehaw next time. As I jump across the thing, screaming yeehaw. So it'll be like, don't forget the yeehaw next time. Get it?
You're chaotic evil.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
I say chaotic neutral.
Okay, chaotic neutral for sure. All right.
Lots
so
of chaos though. Lots of
But chaos definitely
you
confirmed.
get Ollie's attention.
Right.
Tell her not to. Ollie, don't forget.
Yeah.
And then you yeehaw.
Yeah. And presumably she sees me jump, so she knows that I intend for her to jump to the platform.
Yeah.
Ollie's a smart
you-
girl.
You do you before you hop off. You get your hacked device to like give the platform to her a little wiggle.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's like you're selecting it in a video game. It's like, boop.
Yeah.
Perfect. What is
So
the
in terms of
difficulty?
you having hacked into this platform, I am you have interfaced with it, and I'm letting you kind of have limited wireless with it.
Okay.
Where because you have interfaced with it, you can now
Right.
wirelessly connect.
Okay.
I think that's just how we're
I
gonna roll
assume,
with.
yeah, some sort of limited distance. Like if I was in a different room, I would not be able to wirelessly communicate with the pedestals. That makes sense. But if I'm on them,
Yeah, and
Seems
then here's
reasonable.
the other thing. The fact is, you have already physically interfaced with the device. There's just so many foreign devices that you don't have a way of wirelessly hacking them first.
okay. So what's the difficulty of the jump?
That's a 3.
Okay. I took a talent that, remember that cat-like talent or something that reduces your fall damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to be doing this. Does that add a blue die?
And I think it's just that. I think it's just the fall damage.
Yeah.
So I will make it that this doesn't do any fall damage.
Okay.
I think it's just one less.
I know, but I'm saying that
Okay.
that reduces fall damage. Otherwise, I would have you guys take some fall
Fall.
on the top.
Yeah.
Ollie won't. Joe will.
All right. Do I get any boost die?
Yeah, I'll give you a boost die because you're able to position them perfectly.
All right. I have 1 success and
Looks like no advantage.
1 success.
All right, so you hop it and you do your little roll at the end, and you're like almost fall off, but you are on.
Yes.
Who goes next?
What happens to the
quill
thing
crew.
when I slam the pedestal down? What happens to the thing that's climbing up the side of it?
Oh, as you're right, thank you. As that happens, it's not high up enough for it to like actually get slammed back down in.
Yeah, but it's gripping it, so it
It's
should
gripping
be. Should be fun.
So the thing shoots down. And you have immobilized that one.
Okay.
So that one's out of the running for this round.
All right.
Because it's just caught by surprise and has to get itself unstuck.
I like
Because
that.
you don't have to go like down past below the floor. You have to go to the floor, so it's kind of.
Presumably. I mean, it wouldn't like get stuck in the hole because it can just climb out. But
Yeah. All right, so the one near Ollie takes another big swing at her. And Ollie, my dear, I believe your luck has run out.
Finally, it's someone other than Greg's turn.
I feel like we'll all get a turn in due time. No,
Yeah.
no worries.
Ollie takes 8 damage, 8 wounds, as this thing just takes a big claw and stabs it right, like, at her torso.
Ow.
Did you die? Oh, okay.
What's your soak?
3. So I take 5.
Okay, yeah. It does have a disadvantage though. So, it gets kind of like, because it knifes through, it kind of gets stuck a little. It has to like take a while to pull back out, and it's kind of like not in a great position. So Ollie, you will get a boost die on the next thing you do.
Okay, I gotta say, like, you framing, like, its disadvantage of, oh, its claws get stuck in your body is so wild to me.
Yeah.
You have
having
entirely
a bad day.
inconvenienced it. Just think about it.
Yeah.
As you lay bleeding out on the ground. Yeah, that was really inconvenient for you
Your
to do that to
insides
that.
were somewhat, tougher than expected.
And you know what? All that gunfire probably made its ears ring.
I mean, it probably also gets stuck in your bomber jacket too,
Okay, I dig that.
but also in you as well. Let's be real here.
Yeah, its claws got stuck in you and started fishing around a bit.
Oh no! Oh my God! It wasn't that far. I apologize for that impression.
No matter how you slice it, I'm not enjoying my day so far.
Tell me about it.
You yelled from the downstairs.
As I just punched one into the face and did almost nothing.
Yeah, but you raised Greg's platform, right, Joe?
No.
Me?
Okay.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Greg's just on his own.
Yeah. I only had 3 moves, and it can just climb up the platform, so...
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
But it would have taken its entire maneuver.
I would like to
Yeah.
do one thing real quick,
Okay.
Stephen. Add 3 successes, 2 advantages to the.
What should I call it?
Feral number 5.
No.
The big one?
No, just add that as AN for me. Just AN.
Okay.
Author's note.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking. And the one near Greg also takes another go at him. Mm-hmm. How many ones you got left, Greg?
Assumably less in about like 2 seconds, so we'll tell you after that.
All right. So
Please don't die, because then I'll feel bad about not moving your platform.
You get 7, and the thing takes another strain.
I take 7 damage total.
Yeah.
Okay, so
As
that's...
it takes a bite at you.
Alright, so I'm at 14 wounds taken then.
Oh,
It's-
jeez.
And you say I take 1 more strain?
Yeah. No. It takes one more strain.
Oh, okay.
It's looking like it takes a big bite at you. But you also manage to get some of the dead body of it between you and it as you kind of scramble away. Mm-hmm. And it gets kind of caught in it a little bit, and it's just like you can tell this thing's kind of like it's your punch didn't really do much of anything, but it's kind of like a little haggard at this point. Mm-hmm. Like it didn't expect this to go on this long. What you also see is that its mouth is literally just full of like grinding needle-like teeth. Just
Lovely.
like teeth after teeth after teeth. Not like a row of teeth, but just like line and line and line and line of teeth. Mm-hmm. Clusters of them.
Alright, and I think there's 1 more to go.
No, that one isn't able to because of what Joe did.
Alright, we're not including Anne in the...
Yeah. Anne would have gone in this group.
Anne?
Yeah. If Anne is going now. Anne is in this same blob.
Yes. Okay. So, with Anne, you hear as this is all going down. So far, you've only had 3 gunshots go off. Mm-hmm. What you hear is from the room. There are 2 rooms past this one on your map. There's like a small hallway, but then there's also a room that connects both to that hallway and the room that you're in. And from there, just from that general the side that you didn't come in from, you hear a series of extremely loud, like louder even than Ollie's, and she's in the same room as you. Gunshots go off. 1, 2. And that's the AN initiative slot.
Do we notice anything getting shot in our room?
Presumably not, because she didn't say, oh, and then 2 of the things are just dead now. Which I would have really appreciated, actually.
Do I look down and just check? I don't have a large
you
hole
are
in myself?
perfectly unharmed, Joe.
And no gaping chest wounds.
Huh. Interesting. Alright, so it's Greg and Ollie's slots now.
I think we'll let Ollie move again just so she can try to get out of danger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, jump on that platform.
Or at least to try to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ollie, what are you going to do?
Is there any
special shit about moving out of engaged range?
It takes up a maneuver, and things are easily able to just re-engage.
Gotcha.
So it's the possibility of limiting your options. Yeah.
Cool. Then I am going to hop right onto that platform.
Now that will be an action to do the jump.
Do the jump? All right, I will do that then.
That is a 2 difficulty. And you do get, I believe you get a bonus to that from your last time around, your last turn.
All right, and you said that was coordination?
Yep.
Coordination, 2 difficulty, and a boost.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If you remember correctly, you're not so good at these agility rolls.
Does she get another boost from him having moved in?
I have a 3 agility. What are you
or?
talking about?
Never mind. You're great at it. From the moving it?
From him moving in like a position that would probably be good for her
Oh, you're
to
right.
jump to.
Okay, so yeah, you get 2 boost.
I get 2 boost? Thank God.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, phew. Okay.
What happened?
Well, actually, no, that's still not great. That's 0 successes to advantage.
Oof. Okay, so you do not make the jump.
Yeah!
You pull yourself up over the railing. You pull yourself on top of the railing and you go to jump. And as you do, you botch the actual jump itself as like the pain in your side gets at you. And you just miss getting your feet on it by just a little bit. But you do manage to grab onto it. You know, you are now hanging from the platform. As the what you identified as the feral starts pulling itself up onto the railing, and it is looking at you.
You probably take a strain to get up there. Not for an extra maneuver, I mean.
That's true. If you use the extra maneuver, I will let you pull yourself up.
Did I use both a maneuver and an action to like jump on there?
Yes, you will have to take the strain.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, and Greg.
Well, mine was reeling back for a second, right?
Yes.
So I think Greg's gonna take a step back, pull out a shotgun, and just try to shoot it straight in the face from short range.
Do it.
Let's see, 1 success and 1 advantage.
1 success and 1 advantage. All right, and what's the damage on the shotgun?
I believe it is 8. Yes, 8.
So that's 9.
9 damage to its stupid, ugly face.
Okay, so you what do you want to do with that? Do you have strain?
Yeah, how about I just heal 1 of the strain?
Heal 1 strain, yeah. And
Just because
you
Greg's feeling very happy about having shot this thing in its stupid face.
fire that shotgun like point blank into this thing, and it just blows back, and it is just you just see like it was not as effective as you thought it was going to be. But it is dead. Like you thought you would blow a clean chunk out of this thing, big hole gone, and it's still just sort of like some of it's still just hanging there, but it's clearly dead. As it goes to try and grab at you again and just
See,
right back.
you didn't even die. Good thing.
There's still 2 left.
Yeah, but I would have felt
now
real bad.
I'm on the ground.
Yeah, and the one that Joe got off the platform as it's kind of like shaking its paw out, turns and looks at you. And who's next?
It's back to the
player's
top. Yeah,
And who's at the top?
Joe.
Joe?
Well,
What are you
any of
gonna
us,
do?
really.
Yeah.
I think we should let Ollie go first, maybe, and let her get a shot off on that one that's probably about to jump at her.
You know, that makes sense.
I would appreciate that.
What do you think? Yeah?
I think that might be the most... Like, you're pretty safe right now, and the other one has to move
You're
to
right.
get me.
Ollie,
You're
what do you
right.
want to do?
Am I in short range now?
You are in short range.
Perfect.
Beautiful. So that's just one of these difficulty dice.
Because I figure with 3 things coming up, we might want to let...
Yeah, I was wondering if I would be able to shoot it, but that just... Now, I don't know why I didn't think of that. We can just swap initiative slots. Perfect.
We're so used to other systems
I
where
know.
initiative is so set in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually kind of nice being able to swap them up.
All right, fuck it.
Yeah, you go, Ollie.
See this thing about to pounce on me? Put off a shot at it? Fuck yeah. That is 2 successes, 1 advantage.
Nice. What's the damage on the thing?
It's a base of 7, so 9.
So 9 damage then.
9. All right. So it takes. You fire off another set of shots at it, and it takes like 3 of the 4. It seems like, and it reels back, and then just rights itself. It starts picking itself back up, and looks like it's about to jump.
For my advantage,
Yes.
fuck it. I'll
You can
heal some strain.
And what are you going to do with your maneuver?
Well, there's not much I can do on this platform because it's just me.
I mean, you can always take a maneuver to like try to slide down and get further out of range, maybe, but that would put you close to the ground with the other one.
True.
I mean, I'm like
Eh.
20 feet in the air. I don't know about like sliding.
I didn't say climb down. I'd sort of like grab it and just sort of like hug it and just sort of slide down like a.
You can like ready yourself for whatever leap it's going to make. You can do defensive stance again.
Oh right, there are things like that we can do. I always forget.
Yeah,
Okay. Could you roll me 1 setback die?
sure thing. That's a failure.
Do you want to take the defensive stance, or would you rather just not then?
I mean,
Why are you rolling a setback dice?
Because it's retroactively applying to our attack.
Okay.
I feel like since I already rolled it, I should take it. So that'll mean instead of taking 9 damage, it took 8.
Okay. Who's next?
The murder crew.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. So
Quill crew.
the feral just straight up bounds over onto the platform that you're on.
For which platform? For who's on?
For
what?
Ollie's platform.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like she was able to snap off a good shot for her.
Yes.
Okay, so it fails.
To jump.
Well, it was like a jumping attack kind of thing. So it jumps in because of the advantages. It catches itself on the side of the platform and latches in. But it doesn't make it and connect with you. So it's like halfway down. It's like 10 feet down the raised pedestal you're on. With its claws in it, like it's about to start jumping up, and it takes about 2 strain, and it is exhausted.
Well, it didn't kill you, so that's a bonus.
Okie doke. Oh yeah, Greg, you killed yours. So the other one
Just cross
starts
off one of
running
these.
towards you. It takes him the 2 strain to get into range, and it takes a swipe. Just like a big bound, and then just a flurry of swipes at you.
All right.
How far away was it from him? Because it was by me. I presumably jumped
Yeah,
a
so that's why
platform.
it took 2 maneuvers to.
How far can you move in one maneuver in this system? Then?
In 1 maneuver, 1 range band.
Okay. So they were within medium, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we all within medium, kind of each other?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's a triumph there. I don't much appreciate that.
Yes. So.
Oh.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys. Time to.
But it only barely.
Only barely triumphs.
So it only gets the triumph off. So
So at least both pieces of you will be clean. I mean, the cut will be clean.
so you take 5.
Well, that's
5 wounds.
inconvenient.
All right, so just take 1 damage then.
But the last one of them catches
15,
you
15. There we go.
really hard, and you take a crit.
All right.
Corey, could you roll that crit
Thank
for
you.
me?
And I'll look up the.
And as it rakes again against your side, one of your already wounded sides. So I'm going to, flavor that the reason why you're taking these critical hits very much is because you're already seriously wounded. Mm-hmm. And they're just sort of cutting and reopening some of these wounds on you.
That's 27.
27
okay.
plus 10, so 37. Stinger increases the difficulty of the target's next check by 1.
Okay.
Not too bad, but not great. So I've taken 3 criticals so far.
Yep.
I am really glad I added the extra point of brawn because I would definitely be down at this point.
What are you at?
15 out of 20.
Oh yeah, because you just took the one. Yeah. Okay. All right, and it is whose turn's next? Stephen.
Both of the things went.
Anne.
Anne.
If Anne.
You hear one large gunshot sound. You hear a sound that sounds like just this blood curdling scream, and then you hear just a large thunk against one of the doors, and you actually see it kind of move, and it's you know those like metal sheet like garage door,
the corrugated doors,
things, like in the mall that pull down. It's one of those, and you see it rattle and shake as something gets smashed against it real hard.
Somebody's got a nice gun. Yeah, real nice.
Well, there's like a time delay where the shot goes off, you hear the scream, and then some time, and then the thunk against the thing.
I still think that sounds like a real nice gun.
Fair.
So, who is the one that
and
went
this is on
in
the
the
two
first?
doors on that side of the room. This is the one on the left. That if you looked at your map would be the gift shop, and not.
That's where it told us to go. The gift
Yes.
shop. Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good for later. If we make it to later. Who went in the first initiative slot? It was Ollie.
Ollie went first. I think I'll go now because if you try to shoot at it or anything while I'm engaged, I think it makes it a lot harder.
Yeah.
So I think I'll take my move now.
Okay.
So I'll use my maneuver to do basically what I did last one: move out into short range and then shotgun.
Okay. Yeah. You get that increases the difficulty, correct?
All right. That just means I add another purple dice, not that I turn it to a red, right?
That's purple dice.
Okay.
Wait, it said upgrade the difficulty?
I think it said increase, so then I double check. Increase the difficulty of the target.
Okay, yeah, so that's another blue die.
Okay.
I mean purple.
All right. I'll add a blue if you want. That's fine by me. You heard it, right, Steve?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm on board. In fact, I think a yellow is.
Oh yeah, you add a couple yellows to that too. Make that real nice.
God, I love yellow. It's such a good color.
All right. Net nothing. So failure.
Okay. So you fire off your shotgun like right after the swipe it takes you, and just because of like how much it hurts, you just can't aim properly, and the shot just goes wild. And Joe.
All right. So where, in position to say a pedestal, where is Joe and Greg and the creature he's fighting?
They are. Joe is now off the pedestal.
Greg.
Oh, I apologize. Greg is on the pedestal. The monster is just off the pedestal. So without really meaning to, Greg has kind of been like defending this position on the pedestal.
This is my hill and no one else is going to take it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
He's got like one, like, because it's a multi-stepped pedestal. He has like 1 foot on one of the steps and 1 foot on the top of the pedestal.
Well, this is going to be awkward, but
Just end up flipping Greg into it. They just catch us in bridal style.
Do it.
My other question is, so the creature jumped onto the pedestal and is grabbing the pedestal that Ollie is standing on. So it's grasping on one side of the pedestal. Can I see that creature? Or is it like facing away from me?
It's facing away from
Can I rotate the pedestal?
Yeah, sure. Because I guess it would be built to be able to turn like that.
Maybe it turns as it goes up, like it goes up in a screwing motion.
Exactly, because it's just a fancy ass thing.
Like it's a screw mechanism.
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. Oh yeah.
I pose.
Okay,
yes,
so
Ollie,
in face of
you
life.
hurt as hell. Do a pose.
So what I'm gonna do is, one, I'm gonna set Greg's platform to get up. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have Ollie's platform rotate so that I can see the creature that's grabbing it, and then I'm gonna use my action to try and shoot the one that's on Ollie's platform.
Okay. What do you do with your own platform?
Nothing.
Okay.
Want to move a third one just for the hell of it?
I mean, I could. Should I?
When you have a third one to move, whatever. You got one near the gift shop?
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
Wait, is there a pedestal near the door to the gift shop
There.
that has something on it?
No, the only one that is near the gift shop
Yeah.
is that extra large one that you can't access.
Okay. All right. I feel like I should leave my pedestal. How high off the ground is my pedestal?
It's up to you.
You're about.
The last one was 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, so
you're a
this
little
one
bit
is
lower
lower
than
than
ours,
that, so I could jump on that. I'll probably raise mine up just to get me away from the creatures. So if they start climbing
so
it.
you're like, you have pushed this thing almost past its limits. You are up near the ceiling.
So as I raise mine, I'm going to shoot the creature that's on Ollie's pedestal as I go by.
Wait, it's twisting up.
Yeah.
And yours is twisting up past, so you're just like.
Yes.
As the two rotate,
Yeah.
you're just getting line of
Steady.
and fire.
I literally he's holding his gun out until it just
So
ends up in
I'm
the
like
position.
this. So I'm holding my
Do you
gun
want
out, the
to take
pedestals are
another
spinning.
take 2 strain to take another maneuver to aim.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I haven't taken anything yet.
Yeah, Joe's feeling great right now.
Yeah, Joe's having a solid day.
That would be medium range.
Is it? Can I like position my platform in that one so that it's short range?
No, you can't
No.
move the.
I mean, in their rotation is what I meant, not like physically move them.
That would like
No,
at most probably be like 2 or 3 feet difference.
I just don't know visually how big. If these platforms fit a car, they're probably like 20 feet across. So if you move
either
from
way,
one,
it's no right now.
all right. So yeah, my platform's spinning, Ollie's platform's spinning. I'll just wait. I'll be spinning around until the gun lines up.
And do it.
Shoot. There's a triumph. That cancels that.
How are we, it's like a
These-
1 in 12 chance. How are we getting so many of these?
I don't know. I have net 2 success, 1 triumph,
Well, the
and 1 threat.
So repeat that.
There's 2 success, a triumph, also a threat. I don't know if the triumph
The triumph
negates.
does cancel out the threat.
Okay,
You
so
still get
Yeah,
a
the triumph counts as a success and a threat for those
success and
purposes,
an advantage, and then yeah.
okay,
and then counts as
So
a
it's-
triumph
it's
as a completely
good.
separate thing.
it's good.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
getting good vibes here.
So how many successes?
2 success, 1 threat.
One triumph, you mean?
What am I saying? 2 success, 1 triumph. Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I gotta get this
So the
get this
advantage
straight.
from
With
the
a tease.
triumph cancels out the.
Right. So there's no threats.
So that counts as 3 successes for damage,
Right.
and then you also get to use the triumph. What do you want to do with that triumph?
What do I want to do with the triumph?
You can use that to automatically crit. You can do all sorts of stuff.
Maybe blow it off the pillar. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, since we're all fairly close, I have already, the action was the movement was the first thing to do. So I have raised all the platforms. I've raised Greg's platform and my platform and Ollie's platform. Or I've spun Ollie's platform.
Yeah.
Let's say I shoot the creature on Ollie's platform. Say I shoot it in a particular area and like some of its barbs shoot out or something and hit the other one that was left on the ground by Greg as I raised his platform. Are they within
barbs?
range? They hit the
Like the
quills.
quills, I think you saw
maybe
them,
it's
like,
maybe
shooting
it's
them out.
like it's
I
razor
haven't seen
hands or
any of them
something.
really shoot out.
I mean, is there something that can like damage the other one? Is what I'm trying to get
I
at.
don't think with this triumph.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be localized to that one boy you shot real good.
All right. Well,
What are the
I
stats on your
tried.
laser pistol again?
5 pierce 2.
5 pierce 2. Do you want to just crit it?
Yeah.
Alright, so 5.
Well, it'd already be 8 pierce 2.
Okay, yeah, and that
With a
does
crit.
just kind of wreck it.
So it's pretty
So
good.
you just sear right through the thing.
Can I wave to Ollie as we spin by each
Oh,
other?
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wave.
Just wave, gun in one hand,
Yeah.
smoking. Just
Do you yeehaw?
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's gotta be a loud yeehaw.
Or is it a classy yeehaw? Just like a
Yeehaw?
little yeehaw. Like a yeehaw.
Oh no, you're right. That's better. A more sophisticated yeehaw.
for a more sophisticated time.
Yeah, I tip my hat that doesn't exist and give a very sophisticated yeehaw.
And you just fire it off.
Yeah.
And it is a big beam this time. And it just seems to refract along the metal of the thing, and honestly, just a big hole in it to the point the only thing that's left are just like the paws sticking in
Like
on
there's
the
no
bottom and
the
top.
body is just
as
gone.
the body is just charred off and falls down. As and the platforms spin into the positions you set them at.
I'm okay with this.
And who's next?
I think.
You already went?
Yes. So I think it's just the next
back
initiative.
to the next.
back to the top.
Yeah, top.
All right.
So that was the other one of these creatures. So we'll just cross
Does
one
Ollie
out.
have any reaction to the erasure of her imminent threat?
I do a little bow. Yeehaw.
We're gonna kill Yeehaw so bad.
Yeah, guys, we gotta space these e-hauls out.
We do.
We gotta save them for good moments.
Was that too much? Sorry, I'm still new to the whole yeehaw thing.
No, it was fine. Now let me shoot this thing.
It works every time, 50% of the time.
Yeah, so I guess it makes the most sense for Greg to go next, given that he's about to be eviscerated.
Makes sense, yeah. Am I within medium range of that creature that's on Greg? That's at the bottom of his pedestal?
I would say you're within medium range, yes.
What range is he in?
Short range, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it'd be better roll for you to shoot it. So.
Yeah.
I'll let him do it.
Yeah.
And it's just one purple, right?
Yep.
You could aim.
You're right, I do have that maneuver. And I'm not going to be doing anything else.
Yeah.
You
If
can
you want me to do it
actually take up to 2
retroactively?
aims.
I'm not
you
going to
take
spend
a
the extra
strain.
maneuver, though.
Yeah, don't.
I don't think I really need it right now.
You just
Well,
want...
it did nothing, so. Just one success.
And what's the damage on that again?
With a success, it becomes 9 damage.
Okay, and have you guys damaged this one previously?
I think this one took the strain from
So it's
getting its claws
unharmed.
stuck.
So you fire off a shot.
Yeah, you're right.
And even though you aim, it doesn't hit straight on, as it kind of like tries to jump and strafe around you, and it just you can hear it sort of like stagger back as you catch it in the shoulder some, but then it takes a lunge right at you.
Damn, these things are freaking persistent.
How far up did his pedestal get? Because remember, I moved his pedestal as my movement.
Yes, I would say his pedestal is up to.
Hopefully he's out of range.
He is in short range though.
So it'd have to climb his pedestal.
It will have to climb his pedestal, and it uses an extra maneuver and takes some more strain to do that.
Okay.
How many wounds do you got? So
Just tell me what I got, Aaron.
it does you 8 wounds.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
You have one
Wait,
left?
wait. But as it reaches up and does that, like your tower just keeps on rising, and was able to get its claws in to try and climb. So it scurries up the side of the tower as it's moving up. Mm-hmm. It takes a swipe at you. But as it does, it overextends. It falls back. It falls down on one of the like weird lance blades of one of those ones that SecureSoft that Joe was
Poking at?
examining. Mm-hmm. It just falls right on that, and it pierces right through.
Is it dead?
It is dead.
I mean, we could shoot
But you
it.
take those 4 wounds, and what
Yep.
are you at?
19 out of 20?
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
I don't know if that's a yeehaw, but... Too bad we don't have one of these box of Band-Aids in game.
All right, Joe, you just put this down. I'm just gonna sit down for like
A long
minute.
time?
You put them all down?
Yeah, AN is not a combatant that I need to be concerned about.
Not for now. You don't hear any other for AN's thing. You hear nothing more from that room.
Okay. All right, so we gotta lower these pedestals down. Mm-hmm. Get to Joe. I call over to Ollie. I'm like, Ollie, are you able to get to Joe?
I mean,
Are you?
mean,
I mean, what was I saying? Greg.
why is everyone confused?
sorry,
Greg and Joe.
I don't even know
Even
what my
Joe
own name is.
confuses Greg and Joe.
What yes, you were saying.
I'm gonna ask Ollie if she's able to, because she's hurt also. Are you able to?
Yep.
Are you able to walk over to Greg? Because I feel like he needs pretty urgent assistance.
I'll be fine.
I'm good.
He's just laying in a pool of his own blood.
Yeah.
Is that the first thing that Greg does? Is just sort of like, I'm on solid ground. I'm gonna just lay back.
Yes, he just like lays down with a shotgun on his chest, like,
Thinks of the abstract and impersonal concept of England. What is it?
I don't know, but he's been told to think about it a lot in bad situations.
Okay, so Ollie, do you want to try and roll to heal Greg?
I would love to.
Will you assist?
How hard can I assist? Can I
You can
assist?
add 1 boost die.
Can I assist harder than that?
No.
Damn
Can
it!
Greg also assist healing of Greg?
But you know what you can do?
I have the ability to create a story point.
Oh. If you do that, you can upgrade one of the dice in Ollie's pool as well.
Okay.
As part of your assist. What do you do to assist?
Like hold his gaping wounds together so they could be like
Hey, I got an idea.
steri
if you wanna.
stripped shut.
You know how you have those strips of rags?
Yeah.
You grab some of those out of your pocket. Makeshift tourniquets them.
Okay.
Make some bandages.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
This will go great. Let's put all the dirty, highly infectious rags all over these gaping wounds.
I mean, it's better than bleeding out.
Is it
Fair
though?
Yeah,
You'll
you're
die
right.
later.
I'll just die of gangrene later.
Yeah. You won't die now. You'll die
I'll
later.
Septic.
We can treat infections later, but bleeding out we have to treat now.
Do you do it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use my
Alright.
ability to
The
create
story point.
a story point.
So you get 1 boost die.
Can Greg
For
also
Ollie?
help assisting the healing of Greg?
You can assist by being very still, almost
Yeah,
like
you
you're
know
dead,
what?
but not being
I'll
dead.
let you this time. And you get 2 boost die and 1 upgrade.
All right, this is looking
So
good.
that's yeah.
Thank God we can do this once an encounter. Because I feel like I'm going to keep needing it.
Ollie, do you want to give any? Do you have any painkillers?
I do.
Do you want to take any for yourself, or do you want to give any to Greg? I would say take some for yourself because you're hurting pretty bad.
I mean, how many wounds does Ollie have?
I have 5 out of 12.
Oh, okay.
I have 1 out of 20.
I have 2 strain.
You have 2 strain, yeah. You know what? Screw it. We need to be helping Joe. Joe's in bad shape.
I think as a person, Joe needs all the help he can get.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got-
jeez.
But health-wise, not so much.
Yeah, Joe got real winded shooting out that monster.
That one shot he took.
And what were you saying?
Honestly, could I do both medicine to someone and give them painkillers, or?
I think there are 2
You can
different
do
things,
both,
yeah?
All right, because I got 1 success and 1 threat. You're still looking worse off than I am at 17 out of 20.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
1 success and 1 threat?
Yes.
I think does that just add a strain to me?
Yes, an additional strain. So it heals 1 plus, and whatever you.
Well, that's because they're a ranking surgeon, right?
Yeah.
Yes. You're such a. You're good. Good. Mm-hmm. If you want to, yeah.
All right, then I'll do that.
Do you think the
And-
gift shop sells med kits?
I really
Actually-
hope so.
We'll see what they have.
I mean, it would make sense if they sold first
you know
aid kits
what?
for cars. Yes, this makes
If
sense.
you're willing to flip a story point, I can let you find a med kit for sure in the gift shop.
Yeah, that's the last one we'd have
that.
less to.
Yeah. I mean, we should
All right,
do
so
that.
I'll also give you these painkillers so you recover 5 wound from that.
Delicious morphine. How I have missed you.
Drugs just magically heal wounds in this system?
Yes.
That's a great lesson.
Oh, jeez.
Just chug morphine, you'll be all better.
Just like dog.
Joe, could you take a look at this nasty gash I've got going on here?
I could do my best.
That's all I ask.
I don't have fancy training, but
Well,
You can give it a go.
I can sort of talk you through it.
all right. Let's see. Medicine is an intelligence skill, presumably. Yeah, that's good. Greg, you want to assist?
Great.
Everyone helps each other today.
I'm not sure Greg is capable of assisting right now, but
I'll give moral support. You can do it.
Does this
Yeah, I'll give give you a boost die for that.
Yes.
Just the weak clapping of a friend.
I have one.
Just still laying down on his back, just clapping above his head.
How could I fail with backing like that? What's the difficulty?
It'd be 2, right? Because actually, wait,
No, it's
it'd be
1
3.
because
It'd be
it's just
3.
1. It's 1 because she's
Yeah.
less than half of her wounds, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I thought she had 5 left, so that would mean she had 7 wounds, right?
She had 5 out of
She's
12.
5 out.
Oh, I reversed that. Okay.
I fail by only 1.
But you got a lot of advantage.
I get enormous amounts of advantage.
So that would be just a lot of strain healed.
Okay.
I have 6
So
advantages.
you're cured of strain, Ollie.
6 advantages, but no successes.
All
So you
right.
feel more ready to take stuff on, but
Well,
still hurt.
those searchers ain't gonna hold.
So are you going to search the gift shop for a med kit?
The one with all the gunshots in it?
Yeah.
I should probably. I mean, I think I
I mean,
kind
we've
of
had
have
to do that
to.
before we did the checks at this point.
Yeah.
We can't do it until we get another encounter.
You two should probably stay here. I'll see if I can hopefully find a. I hope they sell like first aid kits in the gift shop
So you're going to go check.
alone.
Greg just sort of staggers up and follows him. He's like, nah.
No.
Look, you heard those
You're
gunshots.
almost
If
dead,
that's not
man.
friendly, we're going along. At least I am.
My God, man! If you stub your toe, you're gonna die.
If you're going, I'm going.
God damn it!
So I just sort of imagine like Greg and Ollie just sort of like barely holding each other up as they stagger after Joe, who's just like walking around like a little leisurely stroll.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my best stealthing
Hey, what I call drunk people.
in the gift shop
Stumbling through the streets.
because I'm pretty good at stealth. So I'm gonna tell you guys to just hang out by the door. I'm gonna go poke around in the gift shop and I'll be back.
Yeah, we can definitely do the hanging out.
Yeah, just hold by the door right here.
So you're going to the gift shop?
Yeah.
All right. So you reach down and you pull up the metal sheet door. And as it clicks up, what you see in front of you is 3 dead ferals.
All right.
And amongst them, you see what looks like the form of a person, like hunched down over on the floor, as if like they plump down as you pull up the thing, like they had been thrown by one of the ferals up against the sheet metal, and they have a gun in their hands, like
Ooh,
large rifle. And the first thing you notice is they're dressed in finery, like a very complicated, almost Victorian style dress. Long sleeves, all the ruffles, all of it. And they have no head.
Damn it! I was gonna tap on their head to see if they were human.
You do hear a voice. Hey, well, didn't want to meet you like this, but could you grab that for me over here? And if you turn to look at the sound, and you see just there's a hat on the floor down next to just a round, almost like the head of a mannequin. Just a painted on, like just a sheer round face, and just a painted on like 2 dot eyes and a smile.
This ain't setting
With
off
the
no
Holy
alarm
Motor
bells.
Corporation logo, like engraved in gold around one of the eyes. It looks like almost carnivalesque and kind of cartoony. And just smiling up blankly and says, "Hey, could you put my head back on my shoulders for me?"
What in tarnation?
cat is attempting to break out of the house.
Okay, so we are having some animal-related technical difficulties.
Yes, we
Buddy,
are.
why do you gotta be so affectionate now? You were so sleepy earlier.
There are so many living creatures all around us.
So some real shit
I'm
went
gonna
down
go grab
here.
a Band-Aid real quick.
Okay, you should do that because you're bleeding.
Good job, Kitty.
The animals are fighting back.
Yeah.
Greg voice, I'm gonna go grab a Band-Aid right quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.